Hello, everyone. Good evening. How is everyone doing? Oh, look at that. I'm moving my character's head. This is a little thing that you can do with the free cam mod. You can control the you control the body of your character while the body stays where it is. How is everyone doing? Good to see you. Loki got first today. I think that's a new person who got first. Congrats. Also, thank you, Cute Voodoo02 and Roger Bray90 for the follow on Twitch. Welcome into the chorus. If you want to let us know how your day's going, please do. If you want to just sit back and relax and listen, that's also fine too. Who are we around today? We've got Luther's 1 second beaten. Cameron Ray, you're usually not early this early, low key. That's well, there you go. You got lucky today. Luffy, how are you doing? Hello, Redstone, General, Moxie Junk. Good to see you all. Dark Horse and Blocks a lot. Good to see you all. Wonderful. I was trying something new. Sorry, I was stealing an Avid idea, which is where I just pose my character on the screen, and then we have just like instead of like a fancy background, we have just like I place myself here. Anyway, let's fix my FOV. Anyone who's not met my single player world, this is it. This is where I have played actually quite a bit in between Skyblock Kingdom seasons. I don't know if I get a chance to tell you, but you did an amazing job in costume sin. If you've not seen what Mox did, Mox made this Halloween skin for me. Actually, if I shift, then that'll be easier to see. It's absolutely incredible. But he's also done some fan art of it in it's over in the Skyblock Kingdoms Discord, the fan art channel, and it looks, dude, it's incredible. I have ordered a Phantom of the Opera mask, and I'm hoping that it'll be here in time for Friday's stream for Halloween. Mama Loki, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, so fingers crossed that'll arrive by Friday, and I'll be able to do that. Okay, we've got a few projects that I want to work on today. One is I've got these candles to place because this community's grown a little bit since for a little while. There's more than 200 people have joined us in following me on Twitch since I last did the candles, and there's about another 100 subscribers who've joined over on YouTube. So yeah, we need to add some candles. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the YouTube side, and I brought this friendly guy over as well to help out in case I need some help. I think I'm pretty sure I have finished all the candles down here. So what we're going to do is, let's see, how far did I get down with this one? I think that goes all the way down, if I'm not mistaken. Here, it'll be easier to see with yep, that goes all the way down. So we need to go up. Going up, up, up. It's a moment. Gonna be golden. See, I don't trash it like Avid does. It's not my favorite song, but it is incredibly catchy. Anyway, I said we were going to talk a little bit of lore today. Actually, I will sleep because if I don't, I may get the phantoms. I don't know when the last time I slept was. But yeah, I said I wanted to talk lore because, see, my latest episode, which actually I'm gonna be sensible. I'm going to put my latest episode and pin it up in chat. So if anyone wants to know where it is, they can find it. It is on, of course, on my YouTube channel. And let me see, share, copy. So if anyone wants to see any of the lore, latest SBK episode, please go watch it. It's a nice little, reasonably short episode as well, and just worth popping to have a little look at. I'm going to manually unpin at the end of stream. There we go. And I'm going to hide it for myself. I'm also going to pop it over on YouTube as well, because What? Why did that? No. I sometimes... Okay. That works. Do the thing. Yeah. Yes. Pin. Uh-huh. That's good. Okay. We got a little pin there on both things. Normal things about to happen in that episode. Trust me. Absolutely. So, I think... So, I have mentioned this. And I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I am allowed to talk about it just a little bit. So, for anyone who does not know, I have been invited to another SMP. I don't know if I can talk about the name of it yet, but it is giving me an opportunity to basically get a little bit, do a little bit of story, in my opinion, because when you have two SMPs and both are fairly, like, the thing about what I love about SBK is it's not like a heavy role-playing server, but it does have the opportunities for role-playing and playing around with things. So you've got basically, we've got very free reign on how we do our lore and stuff, as long as like we're talking with each other, stuff like that. So the same thing, it's similar stuff. This SMP that I've joined is got a similar vibe. So I am hoping that I can do a similar thing. And what I want to do is I want to do a connected lore across the two servers. At least through me, doesn't mean that everyone else can, anyone on the two servers is welcome to get as involved as they want to. I have already talked to Fuel about it a little bit, and Fool, you know, anyone who's been to a Fool stream, you know, Fool is totally up for any kind of multiversal lore. So he is totally on board for playing around with whatever level we go at. Nerds, good to see you too. Yes, we're increasing our candle count. I don't know if this is going to get all the way up to the top today on the red side. We've got about 100 candles to place, but we're going to see how far it goes. So yeah, little bit, I suppose there's a tiny bit of spoilers for my previous episode in SBK. So we had, I'm sure some people may have noticed if you've watched, it's some kind of like, good evening Cyber Bees, how are you doing? We've got some kind of nods back to some of the stuff that happened in season 1. Just a little nod. And just because, like, I enjoyed that kind of stuff. I enjoyed the playing around with the, yes. I enjoy playing around with the cold stuff. And yes, I know I'm in Nether Kingdom now. And that's... But the thing is, both Fool and I naturally ended up diverging in that Fool ended up leaning more into the Crimson, and I ended up leaning more into the Cyan. It's just kind of crazy how the two of us, without any planning at all, just naturally ended up going those two directions. We only kind of realized when we started playing, it just naturally fits. Like Fool's Cyan and Fool's Crimson and I'm Cyan. And nothing much. My vacation started, so I'm happy, just resetting for resting for the few days. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we have a bank holiday Monday today, so we've had a... It's nice to have that day off and chill and catch up on things a little bit. I took it very easy today. So yeah, that's kind of been my Monday a little bit. I did catch up a bit on vampires actually. That's been that series. Oh, this is another reason why I love this skin, because it's got a bit of vampires SMP vibes as well. And I'm absolutely loving it. I caught Drift. Caught Drift a bit of Infinite Drift stream earlier today, and she was talking about her vampire stuff and where her character was going. And actually, that's kind of what inspired me to kind of like think, okay, let's chat lore. So, it's very early days to be kind of like figuring out exactly what I'm going to be doing with this. But I thought that you guys might have some ideas as well. So, do I go into? I think it's pretty obvious at this stage. Anyone who's kind of like got interested in my lore stuff, and they've been able to tell that cold stuff is definitely involved in my lore. It just comes back. I enjoy doing the frosty things, especially since like Frostwalkers is such an easy bit to bring into lore generally. So I cried myself last night after watching Onan's and Legs' POVs. I've watched Legs's. I haven't been watching Owen's. Though I suppose his latest episode is. I haven't just got round to watching Owen's because there's plenty of others to watch. You're getting your Snowy and Athra back, Mox. I think we will definitely tie in a little bit of the high face stuff. So definitely maybe a little bit less skulk and maybe a little bit more warped features, I think, is where we want to go with Nather's character. The skulk was a lot of fun in season 1, but we didn't actually go as far as we could have. Here's some stuff that Acorn and I discussed about doing with the skulk in season 1. So we were considering doing a whole skulk infection across the server in season 1. Never got that far. I was considering doing skulk going across the Nether portal, Nether hub, and then making its way through the portals into other people's kingdoms, and maybe going off in that kind of skulky storyline. But that never ended up happening. Just like, you know, didn't work in the end. So I'm not going to do skulk, but I think I do want to get a little bit of the warped stuff going in as well. I love the strange unexplained feeling memory of the bridge at night in your video. You chose your shots very well. Thank you very much. And actually the audio in the background there, if you can hear it, I know it's pretty quiet, with that kind of snowy, there's even like little light organ playing happening there. That's from the same track that I used to create the snow scene in my episode 5 on season 1. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I would recommend going back, even if you don't watch the full episode, just watch the first couple of minutes of episode 5 of season 1, and then you get basically the whole Sub-Zero. You get the whole feeling for what is a large part of Anathra's character at this stage. Congrats, Footy! Also, once we've done these candles, I need to fill in all the details from stream weekend. Actually, we'll do that as soon as we finish the red candles, and because like the purple candles are going to take one. I never noticed it's the same track. I'm going insane. Yeah. See, I didn't use the whole track. And actually, I realized afterward, after publishing, I was like, ooh, actually, that's a bit quiet. So it's not very obvious, and it's only just a little bit of it. But yeah, the Sub-Zero, for those who do not know, Moxie Junk wrote in season 1 of SBK, and I created a performance of it basically, with the video elements and everything. So it's a whole thing that happened in season 1, and very happy with how that turned out. Really, really cool lore moment. And it kind of got me into creating some kind of lore for Anathra. It's like, I didn't really do lore stuff with Anathra before joining Skyblock Kingdoms. I was terrified of lore before Skyblock Kingdoms because I was like, what am it wasn't until like I started playing around with it with the other SBK or Skyheads that I realized, actually, yeah, this is not as terrifying as I thought it would be. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to do some similar fun things in this new SMP as well. I'm hoping that all those blocks with candles on top of them are spawn proof. This is so much easier with a happy ghast as well. I didn't have happy ghast last time I was building candles. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to... It's... I think the direct... So some of the things that we may be doing on this new SMP... I think I'm probably not going to focus too much on building. Because being on two SMPs, two creator SMPs, can take up a lot of time. It's hard to do multiple worlds. So my focus on this SMP will be to try and get involved in interactions with the other creators, create simple little, maybe go on adventures and stuff. So that's my hope with this SMP, is that it'll be more focused on playing the game and engaging in different games in Minecraft. And like the fact that like I have abundant resources around me compared to like Skyblock, which is very intensive it's a very intensive form of Minecraft where you have to spend long periods of time gathering those resources, creating ways to get those resources. Like farms are useful in vanilla Minecraft, but not to the same level as in Skyblock, where they're the only way to get those resources. Like in vanilla, you can just go out and mine it. Lean more into the M of an SMP. Yeah, multiplayer, absolutely. Like one of the great things we have on Skyblock Kingdoms is we are forced, it's voluntary, we are forced into a situation where we are sharing an island with another person, we are sharing a kingdom with another person, and that immediately creates a pairing, it creates engagement, and it really does, like, it makes a huge difference in how we create. Like it's a perfect like way saying, hey, let's make content together. Let's not just I need to place you. Actually, if I stand here, do this. Aha! So yeah, it's really about like forcing people in together to play. Well, not just forcing, but getting people to play together, which is why people watch SMPs. People don't watch SMPs for single player content. That's why there's Forever Worlds or other styles of worlds out there which don't require you to play with other people. But like people love seeing like when you watch an SMP, yes, it's cool to see the cool builds. Yes, it's cool to see people do their individual things. But nothing on an SMP works in content if you're not doing the MP part of it. It's multiplayer. Do content which connects with other people. So I think my goal with this SMP is we're going to get chilly. I think there's going to be an element of like, oh, I am in this world where because I haven't played on vanilla Minecraft, a normal vanilla Minecraft world with terrain generation really that much. I haven't really done that very much. Like the last time I think I did was Flower Frenzy. And in Flower Frenzy, we ended up building a skyblock because my team were like, hey, we're kind of getting bored of doing we're not, it's not that we're getting bored, but we're not like hardcore trying to win the game. Let's just build a skyblock in the sky and see what happens. And then lore ended up happening in the sky. So, but yeah, I think that's my goal. Is I'm gonna embrace a little bit of a character who feels like, how did I get here? I thought the flower frenzy was very silly. It was so silly, and that's what made it so magical. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Sorry, I'm nearing the end of the durability of this thing. 1, 2. Okay, that's it. I need to go get some fire from somewhere else. Oh, you're just gonna float up there, aren't you? I have to bring you down. But yeah, I think that's kind of like the direction I'm hoping to lean towards. Is how can I? It definitely has to be an element of like, how did I get here? What is this ground I'm living on? I was actually chatting with Viking before stream. Like, we're just casually hanging out in VC, and one of the things he said, what if you sold everything for dirt? Wouldn't that be just, or wood, like dirt or wood, because obviously wood is our currency on this server. But wouldn't that just be, I create a shop, or maybe I just start selling dirt instead. It's just like, I'm in a situation where I'm like, I'm in this world and I'm like thinking, oh my word, there's so much dirt. Everyone's gonna really, really want this dirt. Oh yes, that's it. That's how I make my money. I'm gonna sell dirt. So like, I think playing with a certain element of like, I'm coming from a Skyblock world. I do not understand this world around me that's so filled with things. Is going to be a little bit of part of the character. Oh, look at this dude. He is flying high and in the sky. Hello. Here, let's bring you down a little bit. But yeah, I think I definitely want to lean into the fact that, like, because like, here's the thing. I put there's a little description card for all the creators on the server. And what did I put on my description card? Skyblock. Which, that is my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is pretty much all Skyblock, so fun to play somewhat the clueless fella, but also fun to play just like, it's not necessarily about the clueless, it's more like hard to break old habits. It's like, you can't help yourself. You see all this dirt and you're like, oh, I can sell this stuff, and you sell it, and then it's like, you realize, why isn't this making any money? And then you realize, oh, because everyone's got access to dirt easily here. I'm not going to do favorites or anything like that. That's a current Spruce Kingdom thing. But yeah, I only just joined a couple of minutes ago. I heard something about a new SMP. Is this what this character you're talking about is for? A little bit. So it is actually probably best to say that is talking about the character that I want to play on this SMP. It's not a lore SMP. It's similar to SBK. SBK is that kind of you know, there is lore on SBK, but its lore is not the primary reason for SBK. Despite what you guys may have seen in Season 1, yes, heavy lore, kind of heavyish lore in SBK, but all that was like, that was not the premise of the server, if you know what I mean. Like, the server was founded upon, yeah, we're playing with friends. This is, if you want to, somewhat like, I don't know, Empires or something like that, or, well, Empires is maybe a little bit more than, yeah. Yeah, lore just kind of happens sometimes. That's kind of like the attitude with this one as well. It's just like lore. Hopefully, it might be a case of like, okay, this just happens, and I'm just gonna see how it goes, and hopefully the other creators of the world or creators in the world are also ready to do a bit of yes-anding as well. Though knowing it we'll see where it goes. But I'm sure they'll be up for a little bit of it. Is it Java SMP? Is Java? Yeah, it's like typical. It's Java, and it's and like there's normal terrain. It's going to be quite scary not being able to fall down into the void. How will I feed the void now? Oh, sorry, that was season 1. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Feed the void. Tuppence a bag. Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Feed the void. Tuppence a bag. Actually, I need something different to that. What was it that David's meals made up of again? Oh, actually, he uses American currency, doesn't he? That'd be a good song, though. We always need a good yes man. Yes. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And you guys will find out more. Hopefully later this week. You could create your own void, or at least a big hole, maybe a square one. I did write that idea down. I could embrace my inner Leon and have a whole thing where like I start doing the chorus stuff, but I probably won't quite do that. Trish Rose, how are you doing? Good to see you over on YouTube. How are things over there? We're chatting a little bit about potential lore ideas for the new server that I have joined that I can't show you yet. Your singing just reminded me of the stream weekend, and Loki question wants to ask, any opinion on Hades Town? I have not seen Hades Town. I haven't listened to Hades Town. So despite working a little bit in amateur musical theatre, I don't actually listen an awful lot to musical theatre. However, I have heard about Hades Town from some friends, and I'm pretty sure they're big into it. So yeah, I should really have a listen to it. I'll ask my friend about how he went to see it in London, I think. He went over to the West End to see it there. So let me see. So imagine you have 5 $1 bills. No. Sorry. So imagine you wake up in a Walmart parking lot. You've no idea how you got there, but in your pocket is 5 $1 bills, 3 quarters, 2 dimes, and 4 pennies. You feel so hungry. You're famished. You just can't. You can barely walk. So you struggle. You make your way into the Walmart. You go up to the cashier and you say, I am so hungry. What can you do to help me out? I am so hungry. What can I get for 5 $1 bills, 3 quarters, 2 dimes, and 4 pennies? The cashier turns around to you and says, I can give you this. You can have, I've forgotten what the rest of it is, a cup of milk, a cup of water, 1 Uncrustable, and an EpiPen. You drink the cup of water. You eat the Uncrustable. You dip the EpiPen in the cup of milk, and you eat the EpiPen. And then you wake up in a Walmart parking lot, and then it goes into the loop. I think that's it. Something along those lines. I believe the food's a cup of water, a cup of milk, and an Uncrustable with an EpiPen. Yeah, I can never remember those details. For no reason at all. Any other things you have in mind for your snowy character? It's the same guy on SBK. I am not going to go into how Anathra from Season 2 is the same guy on SBK as in this new place. But actually, I can say one thing. Currently, I have finished episode... What episode have I done? Is it 12 or 11? Oh, I've kind of forgotten. I've done episode 12. Yeah, so 12 episodes of episode SBK. Just because it's 12 episodes of SBK doesn't mean that this place didn't start earlier. It's like TNO AU, only if he didn't go do to TNO. So yeah, there's a little bit of fun stuff for you there. Okay, we've done our candles for YouTube. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm gonna just do a quick double check that I have that correct. 5856. What did I have down on my thing? 85. Of course. Guys, we're now missing one candle. One candle is missing. Okay, because we had someone else subscribe since I did my maths, which is really appreciated. Okay, I've got to go. We'll just quit. That one person is definitely enough to kind of say, hey, we can quickly whip that up. Yeah. Okay, so I need a little bit of red. Do I have spare red dye? I do. Okay, fantastic. Red dye. And I have spare candles. You there and you there. Let us fly. I really asked that and immediately had to run off. This is what VODs and Moxie are for. Oh, what did you ask again? I did. I could scroll up, or if you want, you can ask it again. I'm happy to oblige. I double the speeds. Doing good. Actually, just spotted there, Trish. You said, asked how I'm doing. I need to see if I can increase the size of the chat text on YouTube because it's very small. Oh my word! I was about to say Vikings going live early, and then I remembered, Europe went on daylight savings time. It left daylight savings time. The week just gone, so he's actually on time. It's just early for us Europeans. Good. I am doing fine. And let me see. Can I change those details? Not there. But yeah, it's funny when you have the new SMP stuff. We left off at, it's not a lore server, but talking about character traits. Okay. Character traits, basically, Anathra is technically the same guy in both SBK and in this new place. So they are the same person. There's a little bit of continuity happening between the two characters. The lore is going to be playing off a little bit of the fact that what's happened to Anathra in episode 12. Did it happen in 11 as well? Kind of 11, 12. Mostly in 12, where he started playing with ice again, and there were consequences to his actions for playing with ice. Not to mention that Janice seems to have some effect on Anathra occasionally. Just like, will we be getting black-haired Anathra back? Probably not. I don't think I'm going to go black again. There is, I will say that there is a fan art that has caught my eye and has been somewhat inspirational a little bit. And that is, who did this again? I'm going to just quickly check. Because it is a good bit of art. It's one particular person who's been playing around with this idea. So I want to make sure I get the right person when I say their name. I think it is Thoughts of an Anonymous. Yeah, Thoughts of an Anonymous has been doing it. So they've been doing some shroom, some warped fungus shroom stuff, and while they haven't turned my hair completely black again, they've put like a little fade into it, so there is a bit of white and black in it. But they've also been putting fungus, the crimson stuff, the warped and cyan colors and stuff into my depictions. Anything that's kind of like associated with it. gonna thaw out. And actually, I love the idea that there is a little bit of that warped fungus there, but I also like the fact that there's still that nod to the cool. So like, let's just say vintage is probably going to get annoyed at me again for having all the having the frost shoes again, because they're sticking around, especially in video. There's a little bit less of it in stream, but in video, yes, it's happening. What did you come in on? We were chatting a little bit. We're chatting about potential lore and stuff very soon. Let me just grab. I should get another shulker box. I think I've got some spare shulkers over here. But yeah, it's guys. He's gonna live in the Nether the whole season. Tempting. I did actually consider doing that for season 2 of SBK. I have it. That's why dirt is so important to him. Yes. But yeah, I did consider doing in SBK season 2, doing my best to try and do in Nether season. I'll be back in a second. Sorry. Oh, sorry, just needed to check something there. Okay, a couple of you. Just make a quick shulker and put the stuff in it that I am. That, and that, and that. I'll put my helmet on so that I've got a bit of space. Okay, we need to do a catching up on what happened to the stream weekend. Okay. I was tossing. Oh, 2 seconds. Yep, never mind. I'm back. I was tossing around the idea of some smoky hair stuff before you leaned into the shrooms. Yes, I did. So I did consider doing, trying to play the game just in the Nether. I think that could be something fun to do in a future season of SBK, or an SMP of to do like a season in the Nether, or even just potentially do a month or two where you just play in the Nether. Sorry. Sorry, just hearing lots of. Thought I heard a knock there. I need to mask up. Oh, okay. I will. Might be a little bit muffly. I'll try not to be too muffly. Aha! Here we go. Please let me know if I'm not too clear. I will try my best. Okay, this is perfect because I think I'll just keep this on while I do the Temple to the Watchers then, instead of taking it off. Rainbow? Oh, dude. This I'm not keeping on for the full duration of me doing the temple. I think that visor one is 5 minutes. Yes, it's 5 minutes. Okay, well, I'm going to put 5 minutes on the timer for the visor, so it's not too much torture. Here we go. Aha! Okay. Let's see how well we get on with the Temple to the Watchers. Trying to get through all these things. So, let's scroll all the way down to when we started streaming on Saturday. And we had a whole bunch of craziness happen. So, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. Scrolling down there, it's still scrolling. I'm still scrolling. Like there, I think there was like 66 people, 66 subs during that crazy hype train. And that's 7 days. Okay, I think we have found it. Hopefully. Actually, what I'm going to do, because let me use the YouTube feed as well. That might be a little bit filter a little bit easier. Okay, scroll you up. It's a list. 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. Bye bye. And there's the hype train ending. Oh, it was a crazy weekend. Did everyone have a really good time with this stream weekend that we had last weekend? This weekend just gone. It was such an awesome time, I think, for everyone involved. Like we had, unfortunately, some of the guys were sick and weren't able to make it, but we were able to get some guys to sub in, and it was absolutely incredible. I do wish I'd been able to be awake and watch Lagunda's spot. I'm going to call it Lagunda's spot because I'm not quite sure that was Lagundo. It was absolutely hilarious, but it was technically not Lagundo, but it was really, really good. Still scrolling, still scrolling, still scrolling. Okay, we're going to be doing a lot of back and forth, but that's okay. And keep going down. So many follows as well. And there's Marm's raid. Aha! Most important thing. What do you mean? It's definitely going to. Absolutely. I just like it was a very. I've never seen legs with a mustache like that. My friend's server is talking about starting a more content-focused server alongside our very chill one, and I'm planning to just live in the Nether primarily. It's I think it's a good challenge. It's good to try different challenges. Okay, so Zen got first on the day. I'm gonna grab a couple of these and hopefully these will help. So Zen is, I can never remember where, oh, Zen is here. That's great. So Zen got first. And now we start going through the subscribers. So Curiosity subscribed for 1. The Spice Ghoul. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I tell you what you want, what I really, really want. I wanna zigga zigga zigga. I can never remember all the words. Let me see. I'm probably going to need more item frames, but we can come back and get some more if we need to. Okay. So, Curiosity Peaks. That's their first subscription, I think. It's kind of hard to tell. I think it usually says subscribe for 1 month at tier 1. Yes, that's a first subscription. So we're doing Iron Block there. Curiosity Peaks 1. And there we go. We have we need to make a new amble. How many ambles are we going to go through today? It's worth watching the VOD, even if just for like the direct bit. I was crying of laughter in my porch at 11 p.m. I watched some clips back from it. I have not got a crafting table up here, but yeah, I've watched some of the clips back from it, and some of those clips are absolutely priceless. Okay, I'm going to take that off, and actually I will do a limit on the mask because it's getting quite sweaty in here. Okay, I need you. Another anvil. Okay, so that was Curiosity Peaks. Marmalade raided, of course, which means that I need to update Marmalade's sign. which is here. That was our 7th raid. Awesome. And then we had a whole bunch of followers popping in for the stream. Scrolling up. Now, onto the gifts. How many new shulker boxes am I going to have to make here? Okay, Luther's is, I think, has already gifted in the past. So that should make that bit easy. Yes, okay, Luther's gave out 2 subs there. Okay. Plushy, thank you so much for the bitties. I appreciate that. Dr. Brian Shrimp reached a 7-day streak.
If you want to be a spy school.
Spy school, love it. I think the doctor was up here somewhere. Did I put them over here? Nope. Doctor. Yes, doctor was at 5, is now at a 7. For anyone who doesn't know, this is my Temple to the Watchers, where I celebrate all the all the stuff that happens on my SMP on my channels. So also does Floor Pig. How are you doing? Good to see you. Cyber Bees made it to 25. That is quite an achievement. There's 20, which I think means bringing them up. Yeah, bring them up to an emerald. 25 stream streak. Woo. 25. They've got an emerald on us. I was at Magic the Gathering get together with my husband's friends. I was sitting at the last game, okay, because I could not do more math. They were mighty concerned for me. You're green now, Cyberbees. Yep, you've made it up to the green level. Krista Jean made it to subscribe. Managed to subscribe as well. Okay, so we can pop them on the wall. Did I bring over another amble? I did. They're going to need it. Okay, you go there. Krista. Jean. First month. Fabulous. Okay. Then we were onto the hype train. Okay, Rogue Fenris gave out 10 subs. Like, you have to mark these things. You have to show these. You have to kind of like show how much, like the lurve around, and just mark what is happened in the channel. Maybe like if things ever get too crazy and busy, I'll have to kind of find ways to mark things that maybe don't take as much time. I think this is Rogue Fenris's first. That's Rogue Fenris's first gifting. So we need to do a new box. I think I'm out of. I need to go get some more wood. Hold my hand while I see if my gas farm works. You've got this. I trust that you will not have the same issues that I had, where the gas decided to see me and shoot at me, because like that did happen. We believe in you. You got this. I'm probably gonna need more chests. Okay, I am going to. Okay, I'm going to take the mask off because I realized just how... I did that too long. Ugh. Hey, Curiosity Peaks, how are you doing? Good to see you. Oh. Thank you for the hydrate. I definitely needed it there. But, yeah, the, Brain is having a moment right now. What was I going to say? Eat after being in there. Yes. Oh, actually, yeah, mask. Interesting thing, guys. So I am looking forward to Halloween this weekend because I threw in an order there just before stream for a special mask. That's inspired. So hopefully that arrives in time and I'll be able to wear it on Friday stream. That's the wrong shovel. Yeah, I picked one up and fingers crossed it arrives in time. I've been handcrafting a costume for this Halloween. Dudes, if you feel like you can share it, it'd be awesome to see. I should have really just bring that amble around with me, I think, at this stage. Yeah, hopefully it should arrive on Thursday, so it should be good. Okay, so Rogue Fenris. And he gave out 10 for the community. Amazing. At least this is the first. I don't know if anyone did multiple donations on Saturday or not, so I may have to come back and forth a little bit. If I can get a good photo, I will definitely share it once it's done. Ooh, well, fingers crossed, good photo can happen. Okay, hype train level 2. January reached a streak of 5. I'm going to need to get more rockets from my chest in a minute. Okay, so streak of 5. Isn't it? Yes. General is 3. I need to get them upgraded to copper. Do I have more copper? Yes, I do. Okay. Since we're quite low on space, I think do that there. Just do a little bit of rearranging. That'll work. Okay. Next up is Villager Talk. Quantum Commuter subscribed for 3 months. A tier 1. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so that immediately gets them up to a different block, isn't it? Do I have the... I think it's gold, isn't it? Just quick check. Yeah, gold. I don't have gold blocks there, do I? I have to go get some gold blocks. Let's check and see if we have some in our chest. Yeah, we do. Great. So I'll use some gold blocks and just type this up. So, Quantum Commuter 3. Oh, that's really appreciated because that's 3 months in advance, I think, as well. Actually, I don't know if anyone noticed, but you can... There's a thing that you can do on Twitch now. So everyone kind of knows about like the discounted September and stuff like that. But you can actually set up a discount as a streamer on Twitch at certain times of the year. So you can say, okay, you get a certain amount of hours per year that you can turn on the discount. So what I did for the stream weekend for my time, I turned on the discount. So anyone who... I'm pretty sure it applied to all subs, I'm not sure. But it meant that it was a little bit cheaper for those that did. Cyberbees did 10 gifts. This will be the first Halloween in 15 years that my husband and I haven't decorated and given out candy. We even put out bags for kids to take without direct contact in 2020. Aww. You know, sometimes it just has to you just have to do it. So that was Cyberbees. Cyberbees got a box already. Yes. Okay, that was 10. Yeah, no, it's a cool thing to be able to do, but it's also it's a lot of work as well. So it's totally understandable to turn around and say, do you know, we've done our time. We've moved from our house to an apartment, no porch to decorate. Oh, that would change it. Yeah, it's not as easy in apartment buildings, I suppose. Kid Core Days. I think that's a new one. Did 200 bitties for the train. I drank. Now, is Kisha already on the wall? No, this is their first first cheer. And 200. 200 is gold nugget. Kita Cordes. 200. Woo! Not just a streamer. Drinking is good. You made a cappuccino. Ooh, very nice. Though I don't think I could do a cappuccino this late. Well, I could do what you call it, a cappuccino. I could do if there was like a decaf version. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need a new shulker for Quantum Commuter now. Here come the ads, doopy-doo-doo. Okay, it works, but seems that half the farm is in a delta biome. Oh, yeah. So you got magma cubes as well. Yeah, the biomes can be quite tricky if you're not careful where they are. I'm gonna bring this with me actually. Love a hot drink at night in winter. Yeah. Oh, I do have one down here. No, I don't have one down here. Okay, let's place you. So, was Quantum Commuter. Pretty sure that's their first. I don't think they've been here long enough to go back this far. Nope. Okay, Quantum Commuter. First Quantum Commuter. And they gifted out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be it coffee or tea or hot choc. Hot choc is good. I'd be a fan of hot chocolate. Although it has to be a good hot chocolate. I'm quite fussy about my hot chocolate. Has to be a decent one. Let's see. So that was the next level. Ashes of Sorrow did 100 bitties. We have some hot cocoa. My co-workers brought me from Costa Rica. Ooh. Very nice. We'll have to make it some of that soon. I love like those when you get like hot chocolates from like other places in the world, because like sometimes you can get some very interesting tasting ones. Okay, that was 100. Ashes of Sorrow. I'm pretty sure that's their first cheer. I'll do a quick check. Nope, that is their first cheer. Ooh, Cameron Ray made it to a 10 stream streak. Woo! We'll be adding that to the temple a little bit later. Cabbage Girl subscribed for 1 month. Yes. I left the thing down there, didn't I? And I need to make more item frames. Okay. Let's grab some rockets first. Because we're about to run out, I think. And then let's go get some sticks. Question is, have I left a whole bunch of sticks over in my storage, or do I need to go to the witch farm? I'm still going to try and grow my streak, though. Yeah, like this. I'm a bit late, but I love my name on my copper ingot. It's so cute. Oxidized copper roofs are landmark, the architecture of a hometown. Oh, that's so cool. Copper, they've really gone ham on the copper, I think. I feel like they've really just like, they've seen copper and they're like, let's do everything we can with copper and make it awesome. I kind of feel like they could then take a step back and think, do you know what? There's iron. We could do something with iron now, because iron could rust as well into a slightly different shade. So there's a whole, I feel like there is something there, like they could play around with the other metals. Technically gold can tarnish into a kind of black. So you got options. No, it's a block I do for subscribers. So that was Cabbage Girl 1999. That is one. Ooh, Elfie's just gone live in SBK. Ooh. Okay, cool. And Kidda Chords cheered more. Is that their fish? I would love to see that mechanic in the game where the metals rust tarnish. I'd love to see them do it with the copper armor. That would be really cool if they turned around and said copper armor. Now it also rusts as well. Sorry, it will tarnish and turn into the green. But that's gonna be a mechanic that they'll have to work on, I'm guessing. Cameron Ray, yay! Okay, I think this is the first time I've got bitties from Cameron as well. So, yeah, we're going to get another one as well. Black gold would look so cool, even if it automatically makes my brain go, oil that. Oil that it, a black gold Texas. As far as I know, gold is supposed to go black. But I think similar thing happens to silver. Not sure. But silver isn't in Minecraft yet. Cabbage Girl did 5 as well. Community subs as well. Oh, so I'm so happy to see all this. Like, it's community. Taking the time out to do this is great, because it's saying you guys cheered and subbed and stuff, and then I can say, well, I can celebrate you by putting you into this world. Cabbage Girl 1999. Oh, whoops, here we go. And that was 5. Ento 3 Karkuig. Becca T 93. That was, pretty sure this is another new person. Becca T 93. 200 biddies. Artisan different? Did I say that correctly? I keep forgetting SBK has a Elytra now and panic a little when I see folks near the edge. Well, fun fact, this isn't technically SBK. This is actually my Forever World. So I've had a Elytra for a very long time on this world. I can tell you that. It's been a couple of years. But yeah, playing on SBK now with Elytra. I enjoying it. Oh, hey Lee91, thank you so much for the follow. I'm pretty sure it's a follow. Welcome in. How are you doing? If you want to let us know how your day is going, please do. If you want to sit back and relax, that's also fine. Yeah, I'm currently on my single player world because one of the things I do is I celebrate my community. So every single one of these purple candles represents a member of Twitch. Every single one of those red candles represents a subscriber on YouTube. And we celebrate the community by taking note of like the different things that happen. I may regret putting so much of this, doing something that does take quite a bit of time, but you know what? It's only once in a blue moon that these things happen so far. So if it gets very, very busy in the future, I will have to pare back, but it's a nice way of doing it. Mythical Emmy, how are you doing? Good to see you. Okay. Curiosity Peaks. Do you have a spot on this wall already? I don't think I saw the name here. No, I did not. Curiosity gets another bit. Oh no, I thought you were ending because you were on this world because I can't read. That's okay. It's okay. Usually I do end on this world because I often go to the end at the end of my stream. I often go back. So it's 1, 2, 3. That's 500 biddies. That is the. Just a sec. I think the emerald comes in at 1,000. Okay. So 5. It's still the gold. Curiosity Peaks 500. Ooh, you got a stream streak as well. Lots of people getting stream streaks. Ooh, I appreciate that. Sad I missed out on raiding me. Oh, you were planning on raiding Mythical Emmy? Oh, that's okay. Well, I appreciate you popping by and saying hi at least. I'm sure the people who got raided really appreciate it. Miss Mori. I don't know if I've got Miss Mori on this side of the wall. Because I know Miss Mori generally hangs out on the YouTube side. Yep, I have to get a little sign for Miss Mori as well. It was King, so not really. Ah, right, yeah, it's King. That would be King Alfie, guys. Yeah, King Alfie and Mythical Emily get on great. They really do. They have a great time together. Like, they just, like, love to hate each other. For fun. It's a love to hate thing. But that's something that often happens in Alfie's community. It's like all his mods. He keeps them in a basement and sometimes lets them out for fun. On screen celebration. Oh, Cabbage Girl did 40 biddies. I'm pretty sure Cabbage Girl did Cabbage Girl do one up? I haven't done biddies for Cabbage Girl yet. Okay, that is an iron nugget, I think. We do actually. We just have a teasing and bullying relationship. I love those kind of relationships. Like, you can really... it's being able to take the mick out of each other is an important part of a relationship, I think. Because, like, you should be able to tease each other and all that jazz with your friends. That's how you know that your friends. Leaf Cloud, subscribe for 1 month. I think that's important, is to be able to mock your friends and like anyone who's looked at like what one of the hilarious ones I see is Avid and Marmalade, where Marmalade just loves to absolutely play with Avid about the silly things all the time. It's so funny. But Avid seems to love hanging out with the Brits, who love to take the mess with them as well, because that's what that's what he gets all the time from like the likes of Scott and others as well. Stormy Skies. Oh gosh, wait! I just remembered. I can't believe Legs used you guys against me in the new episode. What? What did happen? What did Luther's do? Sorry, what did Legs do? I did not. I'm not sure I got that bit. I don't think Stormy Skies is up here. Is they? No. Okay. New sign. That was 300 biddies. It's so fun to mess with friends. Avid loves to torment Marm too. Oh, absolutely. The two of them do. That's why they probably connect so well together. 2, 5. And I'll occasionally torment Avid as well. Okay, Marm is not someone who I necessarily torment, but when we do get a chance to hang out and stuff, I did do that correctly. That was, I forgot to put the number on. Or like we get on like a house on fire, because like funny thing with Marm and myself, like there's been a few times like where it's like Marm, myself, and Avid, and then Marm and I will end up kind of backing each other up, and like Avid will be on one side of the kind of conversation, and Marm and I will be the other. It's just like kind of a silly thing that we end up doing. It's kind of like the way that you see the Scott and Cleo dynamic, where Scott and Cleo will clearly be like the one side of the conversation. I think did I do a Leaf Cloud already over here? Use the same voice clips from episode 4, the flashbacks. Yes, he did use. He's been using the flashbacks again in his latest episode. I think he did it in his previous episode as well. Don't think I have. Do I have a box from Leaf Cloud up here? Nope, I don't. Leaf Cloud. You go there, there. Leaf Cloud goes here. Bum, 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 bum. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do Cabbage Girl? Cabbage Girl did another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing. Yay, Leaf Cloud, how are you doing? Good to see you. And that's when we hit the level 5 H hype train. Luther's gave out 5. Let's see a Luther's box here. Yes, Luther's is... Luther's did another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still scrolling up. Holy, Cabbage Girl gave out another 9. Bringing her up to... Actually, including her own their own subscription. That's 20. Ah. Oh. This is why I do this. It's just like to show like the gratitude. Like if people are happy to do a little bit of donation, I'm happy to come in and mark it. It's like it's... And then maybe in the future I'll be able to share this world with others and they can have a look at their things in the thing. Okay, Slipshot resubscribed for 2 months at tier 1. They've been sub for 7. So where is Slipshot? Slipshot is there. Which I mean to update it to 7 months. Slipshot is awesome. I need to hang out with them again. Besides just like Among Us. Thank you, Curiosity. Yeah, I need to do some hanging out with Slipshot besides Among Us, I think, at some stage soon. It's just not always easy to do because life and stuff like that doesn't make it easy. Time zones as well. Oh, Minecraft Architect rated as well. I've run out of levels. Good point, Vex. So my MCA is here. Yeah, I do have some bottles of levels in my inventory, so I can use those for now. So I can get some extra levels there. So Cabbage Girl, extra 400. Where are you? Cabbage Girl is a 40, which means I actually need to change that to they're getting an upgrade. Let me just do this. Oh, I've got armor, which is stealing the XP. There we go. Okay. Stop you and so that brings it up to 440. Armor can be so rude sometimes. I should stop flying though. That's probably the reason why it is needing repair. Okay. Slipshod reached a 20 stream streak. I don't think that means... I don't think I'm updating his thing then, because I'm pretty sure he's got a higher level. Yeah, he's got 80. Slowly making his way back up there. Cameron Ray has been subscribed for 2 months. Let's add that detail. I wonder whereabouts they are. Are they on the wall? They might be in the book. If they're in the book, then that would mean... Yeah, I think they're in the book. Okay, so this is the book for people who have been gifted subs, which I'm probably not going to do on stream today. Yes, Cameron Ray is getting removed from the book and put onto a block. This is what happens. So the book is, hey, look, I'm in there. Are you in there too? You're on there. I presume that's the wall, hopefully. That's 2 months. Yay! So that is basically you've had... the book is for people who have been gifted subs. I am out of item frames. Seriously? I ran out of item frames already? Whoa. Oh, wow. Okay. Have you read Tress and the Emerald Sea? Yes. I think it's cute. I think it's a cute story. And what I like about it is that it's just a new... It's something... It's a departure from, like, his other stories a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put the terracotta down over here. We can come back and get it later. Yeah, on the wall. No, I started watching you on other streams and was like, I got to sub to him and take my money, Irishman. Thank you. I appreciate that. Actually, let's grab another stack of sticks and make some more item frames just in case. No. What? There we go. All the sticks. Turn all those sticks into item frames for me, please. Camera Ray, let's put you up on the wall. This is just like showing how bonkers the stream was on Saturday. And the fact you sing made me stay. Aww. I do have a sing mode. Footy gifted a sub as well. Where is Footy's box? Footy has now donated 18 subs. Cyberbees gifted how many? 1, 2. I think it might be down here. Yes, 2 more here. Oh, that was to some people in the community that we recognize regularly. Oh, I love that. Okay, and keep scrolling up. Shout out to Pie Pie. Nature. I think. Yeah, that is Saturday sorted. Okay, so might as well get some of the stuff done for today as well. We got a new person who managed to get first today on Twitch, which is Loki, I think. Yep. So let's see. Loki gets a box. 2646. 2646. And this is where our firsts go. So if you get first on stream, you get a box and it gets slowly filled up with nuggets. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, I see a few people today have shared their streaks. Fudgy has made it to 50. Is that Fudgy's first 50? That is Fudgy's first 50. Fudgy, you need a diamond. I should have some diamonds. Fudgy has taken one of my diamonds, guys. Wonderful. That's awesome. So Fudgy's getting upgraded to a diamond. Another person who has made it to diamond level. Let me just do that so I can do this. And 50. Woo! 26 Minecraft joke. Let's see what is on box 26. So page 26, not box 26, page 26. We have got... Ooh, okay. Did you hear that Alex got hit by a pickaxe? Did you hear that? Alex got hit by a pickaxe. Don't worry, she only suffered minor injuries. Oh, the jokes in that book are so awful, but still, we do them. Lynn Larson made it to a 15 stream streak. Let's see where Lynn is on the wall. I'll just double check that. Not over here. Lynn. 7, and that means it's getting upgraded to gold. Pretty sure I do gold for that level. So gold, I need levels, of course. And that was 15. Put that there. Okay. Water Ghost has made it to a 3 stream streak. I'm pretty sure that is a current streak. Yep. And Fudgy cheered bitties. I need more levels. Let's go get more levels. I know, it's an awful joke book. It's maybe I should go try and find a better joke book, should I? I got it for Christmas a few years back. That's what happened. So, and I thought, you know what, let's do it. It's such a silly little bit. Okay, that was... Where was I? I was... Fudgy has cheered bitties. Bad jokes can be fun. Absolutely. Okay, Fudgy is there. And I've moved my anvil. So, Fudgy is now at... That was 15 biddies. Math on stream. Cameron Ray has reached a 10 stream streak. Oh, there's a few people who've done their streaks in chat today. So let's do those quickly. Okay, so Cameron Ray, 10. Which brings you up to gold. That's not your name. That's an experience bottle. Curiosity is on 3. Have I got? I don't know if I've got Curiosity up yet. I'm pretty sure that's their first one. So we put you over here. Grab an ingot. And do the thing. So Curiosity peaks 3. First of many. Oh, I love this. Look at all these people who've made it to the... Look at all these people who've managed to get a good streak. Like, the golds are 10 plus. Irons are their first, or your first, or like your 3 streak. This like could be 5 or 7 is the copper. But a few people have made it up past 25 on the emerald, past 50 with the diamond, and then there's Mox. It's Mox. Mox Sweet is amazing, and yeah, deserves it. Okay, Mythical Emmy. Do I have you on the wall? Yes, I have you over here. Okay. Gonna move this. Astro Cat is gonna go over here. Hey, no one puts baby in a corner. He puts me in a corner. The jokes in that game. It's Mythical Emmy. That was a 5 stream streak. Yes. What? Did I do the wrong one? Because I got... That's not been named. January. Some confusion. Okay, I think I'll just have to type out the name. That's fine. I need apples though. Okay. Mythically Emmy. And 5. Let me check. Oh, CyberBee's also resubscribed. I missed that. For 3 months. Oh, thanks, CyberBees. Oh, let's go up this way. Where is CyberBees on this wall? Here we go. 2, and I'm pretty sure gold happens at 3. Zen, how are you doing? Good to see you. We are catching up on our Temple to the Watchers after the crazy weekend we had. So, yeah. And we do plan to actually do some building as well today, actually. In case anyone's interested. It's not just a do the wall stream. We also have got plans to actually do some building as well. A bit of a chatting, and CyberBees is now on 3 months. Hey, no one puts baby in a... Yeah. Have I seen Kratos' dad joke? I did see that bit earlier. Kratos, I love God of War, the new ones. I played through them on stream. years ago. It was just I had such a good time playing through them. It was a couple of years ago now. I played God of War Ragnarok for the first time. I did that entire playthrough on stream. I didn't do any of it off stream. And I had such a good time. Moonstar has reached 7. Just double check you haven't got a higher streak, Moonstar. Okay, do I have the copper though? I'm going to get copper. Time to go into the corner. Make sure it's a cozy one. With some nice pictures in it to look at, so it's not boring. Like, it shouldn't have to be an uncomfortable experience. I might have some plain copper. No, I don't. How are we doing for copper? Copper. That's waxed. That's unwaxed. And we can downcraft you into ingots. Fantastic. There's a video where the voice actor for Kratos is telling... Christopher Judge is a legend. If you don't know who Christopher Judge is the voice actor for Kratos in God of War. He is also Teal'c in Stargate SG-1. And I love his character. He's just so... like, he's just a perfect, quiet, imposing, really good at martial arts character. But he's also got an incredible sense of humor, which he can just... he delivers... great character with so few lines, and he's a master. Yeah, I love him. And they were talking about doing a live action adaptation of God of War, and there was a whole thing about, oh, you definitely need to get Christopher Judge as the actor. And there was a whole thing then, like, people were saying, oh, but he's not white. And it's like, so does that matter? Like, the thing is, Kratos, who is the character, is artificially pale. He's like, he's a very he's made pale by the character, like his godliness or whatever it is makes him just like automatically pale. So there's nothing wrong with turning around and saying, well, you make him an artificially pale skin. And by pale, I don't mean white, as in like, well, I am, but like properly like this grey, ashen, pale white, which is the colour that that the character actually is. Vex has made it to 7 as well. Just quick check that Vex isn't already on the wall over here. Yeah, Vex is catching up on an old streak. And there we go. We have finally caught up with the list. The temple chores are done. He's pale from the ashes he put on himself. Literally ashen. He is an ashen character. Yeah, you're catching back up. You'll get there. You'll get there again. But yeah, I love that. He's just such a great character. The character of Atreus, yes, no. I know he's a character that can be taken or leaving, really. I actually thought that is an interest. I thought Atreus was a very good character to play against Kratos. So, putting Kratos into a situation where he has to raise his teen son, or like his son, which is like between 10 and, like, in the first game he's around 10 years old, and in the second game he is like around 15, and seeing Kratos having to raise his offspring raise his child for the first time, because like he did have a child before in the original series, but it was also a situation of like he had his wife, and then he was sent off to war. Like, he was not around to be there and raise his his first child. Whereas in the case with his second child, he was somewhat, I think he was somewhat absent and allowed Faye, his spouse in that was just before the modern God of War, the Norse one. I think he left her to do a lot of the raising of Atreus, and then Faye died, and he had to become the sole parent. And it's a story where he had to realize, oh, I have to learn how to become a single parent and raise my son, and not do what he'd basically been trained to do, which is lead soldiers and train soldiers and stuff like that, which is a different experience. Okay, what time are we at? 22:05. So I put down a shulker box with the candles for this over here. Yep, here we go. Let's do the candles for this side. I love the growth of him going from calling him boy by his name to by his name. Yes, absolutely. That is an incredible growth in character. Also, I think one of the actions that he regularly did in actually, I realized I can't actually add candles up that part. I need to do them all up here. So what he regularly had to do in, can I use the happy gas to help here? So I can't go all the way up there. Have to kind of go around here. I think the easiest thing for me to do is just like place a whole bunch of moss around and put candles on top of them. But yeah, so he realized that one of the cool actions that one of the actions that they did all the time was when Atreus wasn't feeling good, or when he looked sad or was disappointed, there was this shot where Kratos would reach out his hand as if to comfort him, but he never quite did. He never quite touched him. He was like, I don't know what to do. But there's also that instinctual, like, I need to hold my boy so that he feels better, but he wasn't quite sure if that's what the right thing was to do. It's just like, that was something that I noticed in the first game a lot. It was this experience of like, he didn't quite know how to parent. This is going to be a lot of candles to squeeze in here. How do I want to do this? Because it's going to be quite bitty. I think I might just like throw them on top of the glass there. Yeah, we're just going to go up on top of the glass panes up there and start adding them on top of there. So many interesting moments for such a violent game. I know. That's, I think, what is such a credible thing about the God of War games, is that they are incredibly violent, but at the same time, the story that is being told is incredibly emotional. I think the first one is quite a bit simpler than the second, in that it is a simpler story to tell, because it's mainly about like, okay, we want to honor our our family member who's passed away, and honor her wishes, and then they just keep getting pulled into different things because circumstances. And there's the like, Kratos will say, oh, it's because we're gods. I would say actually the only reason why the circumstances continued was because they were gods, not necessarily because that it started because they were gods, but like, it's, if anything, like, it started because his wife Faye didn't say anything about, okay, I don't want to go too spoilery, but like, his wife Faye didn't didn't let Kratos in on her story. She thought she could. I am pretty sure she thought that she could escape her responsibilities to some extent. And I suppose part of it is also because of the culture she grew up with. She didn't have to technically give all that information away. So like there was a huge amount of lore that God of War could have that was available to Kratos' wife and Atreus' mother that she could have easily imparted to her son and her husband, but she kept them in the dark. And at the same time, the fact that she kept them in the dark is also fulfilling a certain element of prophecy and lore, because it's part of her culture to maybe not necessarily share that information with those who are not part of her culture. So, and honestly, the things that did happen in the game, in the story, would not have happened if she had told them. So there's a certain, especially like in the second game, there's talk about a lot more talk about prophecy and how people will know a prophecy before like they'll know a prophecy about their life, basically, and that like they're kind of like they've had foretellings essentially. It's part of what she is, but that can't really be covered without lots of spoilers. She did help though. She did absolutely help. And I think it's incredible how that story just worked out. And the cool thing is that we can probably tell that, like, while I'm sure they were hoping for a sequel, they didn't write like the God of War itself. That game was a complete story, like beginning, middle, end. It didn't require a sequel, so you can tell that the story that they wrote for God of War Ragnarok was created later, but the way that they connected the two stories was absolutely fantastic. I kind of like I will get back to my own lore a little bit. I suppose it kind of happens a little bit that way with me when I'm doing the lore stuff. I don't over plan it. I kind of like focus a little bit on character and few little details, and then kind of like pick stuff up here, there, and left, right, and center to pull in. What I love, actually, really love about lore that I could do with Minecraft is not necessarily the lore that I come up with, but the stuff that can just like grow out of chatting with the community and seeing what gets made in the community. Like, I don't think I would have embraced the ice stuff to anywhere near the same level as I would have without finding Sub-Zero, the poem that Mox wrote. So like, it is most definitely like a connection there. How is this actually looking with the candles getting spread out? Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. So we just spread them out along here. Doesn't matter if we don't hit them all, but that'll be a good spot to store them. So we'll do half the candles on this side, half the candles on the other side. Yeah. And that'll keep it nice and simple. And of course, those prophecies becoming self-fulfilling in most myths. Exactly. It does seem to be it is a common trope that a lot of prophecy tends to be self-fulfilling. It is a thing. Like one of the shows which I've talked about watching before, which I absolutely love, Chaos. This is the one by which has got Jeff Goldblum as Zeus in it, and Helen Mirren as is Helen Mirren, I think. No, I don't know if I got the name right. Anyway, someone else as what's the name of the wife again? Not Juno. Juno's the Greek name. Hera. And like I have really enjoyed that show, particularly the god stuff. The god stuff was so fun because like they were just like, I can't say the word. They were absolutely awful to each other all the time, just because like they were gods. And Dionysus's story, absolutely hilarious. Like he just like, and he could see everything. It's like he was speaking to the audience and stuff. Lots of fourth wall breaking. Because that's his character is just brilliant. And then in the end, he's like, "What? That's it? I didn't get my thing." And then he got his thing. But yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy, lots of fun. In a story. Yeah, I think this is a good spot to be putting down those candles. Dionysus is the patron of actors. Did I say yeah, Dionysus is actually, sorry, Dionysus was a character, but I am mixing up. It's not Dionysus I was thinking of. Prometheus. Excuse me, Prometheus. Prometheus could see the fourth wall. Dionysus hadn't a clue, because Dionysus was they played into the fact that he was supposed to be like a. Well, they didn't actually make him drunk, but they did make him a party animal, and yeah. I would have loved if they could have. This is one of the disappointing things about that season is that that show is that they did cancel it. So there was definitely like indication that if they did get a second season, they would be introducing a lot of other gods as well. Because like there's a whole scene where Zeus is ringing up his other. So this is like a modern take on the gods, where the gods are like have got mostly modern technology and stuff like that. Like as in like the world is modern, as opposed to ancient Greece. But yeah, you have the character of Zeus rings up his other children. So like he's trying to ring up Ares, and he's trying to ring up Aphrodite and Mercury, or Hermes, sorry, not Mercury. So like there's a whole potential there for for other gods to come into the play in the story. Yeah, that looks good. I'm pretty happy with that. But unfortunately, the show didn't get renewed. Which, kind of not surprised. It was a very good show, but there's a lot of. It was probably competing with a lot of other series that did some similar stuff. Like there were other like for example, okay, I don't think it had happened by that stage, but one of the difficulties with the stories was that it was doing Orpheus in the Underworld. That was the main storyline. And Orpheus in the Underworld, as my brother, who's a classics expert, who's studied classics to a high level, has said, Orpheus in the Underworld, overdone. If you want to do Orpheus, you need to do a unique take on it, because a lot of the takes have been done, and the take that they did was not particularly original, and also the human stuff. That like the human side of the story in the show in Chaos wasn't quite as engaging as the gods side, and like they did end up showing a huge amount of the human stuff in the show instead of the god stuff, and that wasn't quite as interesting. GCSE classics, ooh, nice. What stories did you focus in on? How many levels? I think I'm gonna have to fix this up. Let's just fix up the Flinch and Steel so that we don't break it. Yeah, we should be able to get these candles set up and then get started on our villager stuff. Iliad and Odyssey. Ah, right, good classics. Okay, I have to very carefully make sure I do not set you on fire. I don't have any emeralds on me. I do have books though. That'll do. Okay, all fixed. Ready to fly. Yeah, so once we've finished putting out all these candles, I need to move villagers into a breeder. So we're going to get a happy ghast and do that. How does this look? You know, that's okay. I think I do need to get a little bit more candles going into the center. But it is a nice, simple layout for now. I think if we do this and then this and up we go. Yeah, we've got plenty of time to get progress done today. Awesome. I was wondering if I would get through everything that I had planned today on the world. Because it is quite ambitious what I'm hoping to get done today. I did spend a good amount of time AFKing terracotta in the last day or two because I knew I was going to need quite a bit. I've got about 3 shulkers worth, and terracotta in Skyblock is not easy because you can do villagers if you've got redye textures, stuff and things like that, but I don't have the redye texture pack on, sorry, redye data pack on this world here because it's not really that type of world. It's as vanilla as it possibly can be. So the only way I can get large amounts of terracotta is either get a huge amount of stonemasons, which honestly is, I tried, but I did actually do, but you get quite, oh, phantoms. How rude. But you do find that like you don't get as much as you need if you're doing a big scale project. So because I'm not doing a big scale, because it's a big scale project, I had to switch it up for, I went for the other methods, which is kind of a slow method because you first need to make dirt, and to make dirt, I use the rooted, sorry, not the rooted dirt method. I use the, so basically what you do is you craft dirt with gravel. So you craft coarse dirt with gravel, and then you can turn that, basically you're converting gravel into dirt, and it takes a long time. Still kind of actually faster than the moss method, which you use spruce to grow trees, and then that'll convert the moss into podzol. But the thing is that actually that does take quite a bit of time, because you've also chopped down the trees as well. But yeah, I used to have a book of Greek and Roman mythology that I used to keep next to my desk. I'm not sure where it is now. I haven't organized my bookshelf after the move. Oh, you've been moving recently? Yeah. Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that earlier, didn't you? Possibly. But yeah, that would be yeah, that's the tough things about moves, is when you then have to everything is moved, and you then have to sort out where everything is going to go now after moving, and then some things just end up in boxes for longer times because like you're just like, oh, I'll get round to that because that box is not as important as the other boxes, and then eventually you get round to it, and it's a couple of years later. The other moving thing that I noticed happens sometimes is actually one of the things I've noticed, one thing that I've heard about moving is books. Being careful not to make boxes of books, because boxes of books are incredibly heavy. And if you do a box that is just books, then you have to deal with those incredibly heavy boxes. Whereas, if you don't do just books in the box, if you switch it up, a good thing to do is to switch it up and have, like, say, have some books in the box, and then do some clothes in that box or something as well. So something lighter. So mix up the boxes so they're not all incredibly heavy and you're going to break your back in them. Yep, the move wasn't that recent, but I pretty much just put my books on the bookshelf without organizing them. Yeah, it's the joys of doing the move, and then not everything gets done straight away. Often is a process that can take quite a long time. There's a particular size box for my books to avoid them getting too heavy. Ooh, that's another good technique, actually. The fun one is if you end up moving across the world, because if you end up moving across the world, you have to be very careful about what things you're bringing. I remember my sister's had to do that a few times, actually, and she's moved. When you move across country with quite distance, as it was a little bit easier the first time because it was only moving to the continent, so from Ireland to the continent. But the second time, she was moving continents, as like Europe to South America, which is quite a big distance. So yeah, that's a different. You have to be very careful about what you're transporting that stage. But it was only for a few years, so like it wasn't a move where she had to bring absolutely everything with her. Actually, has anyone moved? Anyone here? We hit ads. Here come the ads. Doobie-doo-doo. Yeah, it is ad time on the Twitch side. Which means we've been going for about 2 hours, and we are nearly finished with all the tasks we wanted to do on the Temple to the Watchers. And that we've got about an hour left to move villagers. I don't think it's going to take us an hour. I haven't moved. I have sat here too long. But if you need to do a stretch or anything like that, feel free. And make sure you gotta look after ourselves. If we've been in a single position for quite a long time. Yeah, this is kind of fun. This is good practice for parkour, I feel like. How many times is the Nather going to fall? I should have done a prediction to see how many times the Nather was going to fall today. That would have been a good one. Because I definitely have fallen quite a few times at this stage. None. Yes. Completely and utterly I have not fallen once today. It's all an illusion. But actually, technically, I haven't fallen at all today. It's just my character. Who's an Athra? Yes, my character has fallen. Okay, well then I'm lying. Yeah. Falling is an illusion because I'm playing a game that is an illusion. It's a thing that's responding to me on screen. We're all watching it together. It's this illusion that we've created. Also, he's a hologram. Can holograms? There's a question. Can holograms fall? Or is it just, or is an illusion a fall as well? Can that be a thing? Illusions being falls? The illusion of falling, I suppose. Oh, I didn't actually fall, guys. It was just an illusion of falling. Yeah. I imagine there's a fall, but I imagine that there is not a fall. The fall is here. He spoke too soon. Of course. That is the way. Okay, can I make this jump? No, I cannot. Actually, I'm going to just do this. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. If you got stuck in the ads. Only got 16 more of these to place. Okay, technically there are probably a couple more that need to be placed because I think we've had a couple more followers. But that's okay. I'm probably going to do them the next time I do the candles rather than this time. Ads, look at you. You don't have to worry about the ads. Quite a few people don't have to worry about the ads after the weekend that we had, which is amazing. Last 6. And 1, 2, 3. So many candles. Take this down and we're done. Okay, it's kind of obvious where they are, but it's... Yeah, probably do need to get a little thing that connects the candles into the center, but that can be for the future. There's definitely going to be more candles here in the future anyway, so... Okay, right, now time to get ready to move some villagers. Luffy, I didn't watch anything this weekend. Power Wash Simulator 2 was released on the 23rd of October. Ooh. Big fan, I take it? Okay, time to move some villagers. Can bring this shulker box back over, actually. Or is there anything left in it? I'm going to pop you in here because then I can just use... Oh, no, I can't put you in there because that's a shulker box. We can put you this in here. But I need to put this away. XP emeralds, and let's tidy up our box, our inventory, and we're going to gather up our villagers. Not as much as I am a Stardew, but I do like power washing. Ooh. I'll get you to come round and wash the outside of my car, yeah? Can you do that for me? That's a bit of power washing. She could use a little bit of a clean. What? Look at this happy ghast. It just looks like they've made a home for themselves in the farm there. That's cute. Okay, dust on Shen. I'll leave that glass bottle there. Right, so what we need are boats for the villagers. For a trip to Ireland, sure, I'll learn how to power wash IRL. Oh, yeah. Oh, about the funding for that. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Oh, that's it. What was it? One of the things I caught one of the things Avid said on Marmalade stream over the weekend was the joke during. So she had a happening. She had a hype train going, and Avid joked saying, if you get to a level 10 hype train or something, then that'll pay for Marmalade to move to the US. I was like, yeah, well, that's not going to make much of a dent for getting to the US. It'll make a little bit of a dent. Oh, this seems to be a new feature that loaded chunks will allow dripstone to grow, even though I'm not nearby. That used to not be a feature. Okay, let's see. I think the safest thing for us to do is get a boat and do one group of it. Actually, we should get all the villagers into the boats. No, we just need one boat. One boat is fine. Do I have a spare boat, or do we need to craft one? Oh, haven't got a boat. We'll do spruce boat. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need boats and leads. Let's see. Plenty of leads. And we're going to need a happy ghast as well. I think just easiest to go grab the one from the Temple to the Watchers. Since he's already harnessed and we can bring him over. You're coming with me. Oh, whoops. Oh. We should get... none of these guys are named, actually, by the way. So, just saying, if anyone has any channel points to spare that they wish to donate to a happy ghast that needs a name today, then feel free. And that there's no pressure if you don't want to as well. But just saying that there is the option there. So, actually, did I put these guys in boats already? I did! Ah! Look how organized I am. That is amazing. So I'm pretty sure the trick is to leash the boat and then leash it to the happy ghast. And I've realized this happy ghast is going to probably disappear as soon as I... Like, he's going to go off wandering as soon as I do the thing. Okay. Now, if I put a lead on this boat, will this just stay attached to me? Okay. I may regret this. Actually, if we do it over the tree. Okay, it is still, it's attached to me. Right, I am going to be very cautious and try and go over the bridge here so that if it does break, at least there's something for them to land on. Whew, nerve-wracking moving villagers, isn't it? Yep, they're still attached. Okay, right, I think we can go for it. Did I lay out the spots where each... I can't remember if I've decided which spot was going to get which type of villager. So, anyone who doesn't know, this up ahead is going to be my new... essentially, giant villager area. So, we've got a villager breeder, which will breed all 7 villagers. So types of villagers, so the ones from the different biomes, 7 cultures. And we will also be moving all our librarians and stonemasons into this thing as well. So yeah, this village, this is going to become a giant mesa ring with buildings on top and caves on the inside of the ring, and it's going to look really, really cool. And I was working on this in between seasons of Skyblock Kingdoms. And a lot of other things as well. So this has been lots of ongoing projects, really, that take quite a long time. Because I'm just doing it on my own. I don't have anyone else to play. I'm not playing... Well, I do have other people I could play with, but like, I'm not playing with anyone else on this world. So I just have to do the thing. Okay. How far are we? Okay, I think what we do... I don't think I haven't marked these yet, so... How did I do it last time? So jungle... Desert is warmer than jungle. Jungle is colder, is warmer than savanna, so should be desert, jungle, savanna, plains. What's the next one? No, we've also got so that'll be swamp, plains, taiga, and snowy. Yeah, I think that'll do. Okay. So we want to put these guys in that middle one there. I'm glad I used some mods like free cam, because not doing this with doing this without free cam is potentially dangerous. Aha! Okay, now we need to get you guys in there. And just push. Oh, come on. Can I push a boat? I suppose I can. I just need to go get the right materials. Okay, we'll go grab I'll go grab some kind of like piston or something to push the boat. And I'll make it a little bit easier. Piston, and gonna need a block or two. And jungle. What's this one? I didn't bring any redstone with me. It's okay, we've got a lever here we can use. Okay, so if I do you there, you there. Whoa! Oh shoot. So that goes here, I think. You go there, and we place this here. That did not really push the boat at all, did it? Oh, I'm doing great. Why is that not pushing the boat? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Shoot. Why am I not getting the sounds? Music and friendly mobs are down. That was the quietest villagers I've ever heard. Okay. Okay, phew. Right, we got that in place. You guys go. Let me break this actually. I'm gonna push a bit of you there. You there. Have we got enough light in there actually? Light level. Oh, this is dangerous. Why have I not lit this place up? Okay, I'm gonna go grab some torches. Yeah, that's definitely going to need torches, because if I don't have the right light level, the crops are just going to break. And that kind of defeats the purpose of them being able to feed themselves and stuff. Okay. Torches? I think, yeah, we'll use just torches are fine. Light. Box over here. Yeah, we'll grab you. Ow. I do great. I'm doing great, guys. I do this for fun. Crashing into walls and stuff. Okay, let's place you there. Then on this side. There we go. Okay, so first bunch of villagers sorted. Let's go for the next one. Right, I think we'll do Savannah next, because that's just, we're already facing that direction. So these villagers have actually been sitting in their locations for a really long time, because I'm pretty sure I bred them up before season 1 of Skyblock Kingdoms. Joined season 1 of joined Skyblock Kingdoms, and then played nothing else. That's all I played for the entire season of Skyblock Kingdoms. That's 9 months, just like the only Minecraft I played. And then I came back to this world. I focused mainly on the Temple to the Watchers. That was my main goal. So that meant I ended up building a Skulk Farm, building a temple, ocean monument, which took quite a long time to do. So the Ocean Monument was actually probably the main project that I worked on in between seasons. We also did a big flower farm area as well. So we had a very busy bunch of things to do. We started on the ring over there as well, but that's actually a long-term plan that I've had. I've had that plan since before season 1 of SBK. So I only really got round to getting to that point in building it after season 1 of SBK. Course, how are you doing? Good to see you. How's Tricks? I hear you guys have been fairly busy and stuff. I am currently Phantom of Anathra. Here, actually, oh no, I can't stand up right now because I'm currently transporting villagers and I do not want to risk dropping them. But when I get a chance, I'll show you the proper skin. Yeah, one of the guys in the community who has done a lot of fan art for me, Moxie Junk, whipped that up last week, when I mentioned that we had a stream weekend happening in Skyblock Kingdoms and that was going to be somewhat Halloween themed. So he's like, I can make you a Halloween themed skin. And I was like, you legend. And he did. So this is the savannah. So I want savannah on this side. Just a little free cam to make sure we're located okay. A little bit more this way, I think. Back. Straight down. Hopefully. And of course, it ended up going a little bit to the side. Okay. It's like driving a crane, I imagine. That might be correct. Find out now. Oh, okay, excellent. I think I could just break these. No! No! Well, currently playing with villagers, so you know how that is. Thank you for the headband redeem. Come on, go in, go in. There we go, one in. Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. I will do those redemptions once I have successfully done disc 13. We'll do 13. Come on. Get in there, dude. Come on. I should probably just put them back in the boat and boat them in. That would probably be easier and more sensible. Okay. Boat it is. Boat. Get in the boat. Okay, and where's my axe so I can be precise? Okay, done. You guys are a pain. You know that. Okay. Just fly. That'll be fine. Okay, headbands. Let me do the thing. Quickly. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Dum. Get the headband out. And disc 13. Let's see what one comes up, actually. Here we go. Ooh, creepy. 'Tis Halloween after all. Very appropriate. Ooh. So spoopy. It's been a hell of a day. Meetings with the government people, promises made, plans made, and an evening dinner meeting. Oh. Tis a busy life we have, isn't it? Big stretch. Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. I had a bank holiday today, so yeah, it was fairly light on my part for today, so that was the nice thing about the bank holiday. My brother and his wife have just gone off down to the hotel that they had their wedding reception in last year, to celebrate their first anniversary. And yeah, it's been lovely, and we had a big family birthday party last week for my dad. Technically, I don't have to go in for the rest of the week, but I suspect that won't last. Knowing your line of work, yeah, I can see how that is a case of like, yeah, you don't need to come in, but you know. Okay, which victims are next? I think we'll go with the guys which are closest first. So, where did that ghast go? And how close is it tonight? Because I suspect we might get danger flap flaps this night if we wait. She might wait for the sleep before going off again. And transporting the next bunch of villagers. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get round to doing any terracotta placing tonight. I did, because like we might get lucky, but we've still got how many more villagers left to go? 10 more villagers to move, so that's 5 more trips. And doing 5 trips in 30 minutes. Oh no, actually I wanted to go longer today, didn't I? Yes. Because I'm aiming to try and complete a Twitch challenge. There's a Twitch challenge where you to stream 25 out of 30 days. So if I go over midnight, that counts. Okay, yeah. So actually, I might have time to do some building today. That's awesome. I want to build a tower on top of the villager breeder here. I did enjoy Disc 13. Very appropriately spooky for the spooky season that we're currently in. So it's awesome. Okay, give me the bed and let's go get our next bunch of villagers. Where did that ghast go? That is the question. These guys love to fly off all over the place. It is gently spooky, yeah. Compared to number 5, which could be quite a thing for some people. I find it fascinating because, well, I think when you've studied sound and music for as long as I have, you get to appreciate it. When I was in school, we had to study. I did doing music in school at like secondary school level or high school level. We had to study certain works in our music course. In the music course I did, we had one. For me, it was a Bach cantata, so that's 18th century. Romeo and Juliet Overture, which is 19th century by Tchaikovsky. And then we had to do a modern piece, as in by modern, like popular modern. So we did. We got to do Bohemian Rhapsody, which is absolutely awesome. And then the other thing we had to do is we had to do a contemporary Irish piece. So a contemporary Irish piece as in like a contemporary piece written by an Irish composer. And this one was written by a guy called Gerald Barry, and it was his piano quartet number 1. And I can tell you, nearly every student who has to study that piece absolutely cannot stand it because it is not meant for ears that young. It is meant for ears that has got a lot of experience with either contemporary music or lots of different styles of music, maybe jazz and contemporary. Like, it's a very harsh listen for young people. And I really, really hated it in school. A few years into college, I started to kind of say, actually, do you know what? I can kind of see it. But think about it. I was studying music to a fairly high level, like a bachelor's level. And I can tell you, it was only the fact that like I was studying music that I could somewhat appreciate the monstrosity that Gerald Barry wrote. It plays with discordance in a musical way. Yes, the piece of music that he wrote is there's a lot of logical aspects to it. But it didn't really like for kids of like in their teens who may not have explored music to a high level. It's not really great. I just realized there's water down there. Why is it? Oh, I've just been using that for sources. Yeah, so it's a very nasty piece, and I kind of for young people, and I'm kind of like, I wish that they didn't use that. I wish they used a different piece of music instead, or something that could maybe gently ease them into the contemporary music world. Some jazz actually would have been fantastic, like more contemporary jazz. That would have been really good music to explore. But I could also understand why jazz is tricky, because jazz has got some really unusual chords to deal with too. But okay, I think that is okay. Let's see where we end up. It could be worse. I'm gonna see if I can nudge you in. think if I break this boat, there's a good chance that they will... There's a good chance that they'll just end up in the thing. Let's see what happens. Ah, fantastic. Just what I wanted. Now, did I close this off? I did not. It is now closed off. Fabuloso. You guys are going to love your forever home. Yes, you are. It is beautiful. Here, I'll even fix those for you so that you've got some proper places to keep your crops. There you go. You can be so happy in here. Like you got a full 3x3x2. So much space to play with. Actually, that happened. We got through that pretty quickly. Okay, let's go to our next victims, which are the... I think that's the desert biome. I've heard it described as quartet written by someone who knew what notes the instruments could play, knew the science of composing, and either didn't know or didn't care whether what they were writing actually played to the strengths of the individual instruments involved, but equally, that means he did something completely different to what everyone else was writing. Yes, that's a very good description of what I would call that quartet. He did... I will say, I think he did know what he was doing with the piano part, because I'm pretty sure he's fairly familiar with the piano instrument. I'm not sure how good he was with string instruments. But then again, one of the other composers I studied for my leaving cert, or like in secondary school, which is Bach, he's been accused of being a composer who was notoriously bad at writing for voices sometimes, because he'd often treat voices as if they were string instruments. As a string player, I get the impression that he wrote for piano and wrote music for strings. Probably. I would say that tracks about right. Also, fun fact, one of my college lecturers, one of my college tutors, she actually ran my course. Like, she was the head person in my course. She talked about the fact that she knew Gerald Barry from school, I think it was, or something, or from college, and she was like, yeah, he's a bit full of himself. Is what she described him as, I think. Which, in fairness, describes an awful lot of composers. There's a lot of composers out there that are quite full of themselves. And maybe it was just when he was younger. Like maybe he's matured a bit more. That is the way. But yeah, Bach vocals are dreadful. Bach, yes, because I did do work with a choir. I think it was a year or two ago. I worked on the which work was it again? Weihnachts Oratorium. The Christmas Oratorio, there we go. So the Christmas Oratorio I worked on with a choir, and I can tell you, like, the trickiness in that was down to, like, all those little trilly little bits, the twiddly little bits, the melismas, because, like, I don't play a string instrument, but I know a string instrument well enough to know that, like, those little things on a string instrument, very easy, because it's just like you're moving back and forth, and like you don't really have to move very far on the string to change the notes. Whereas in a voice, it's kind of like you're up and down, and it's like it doesn't make for the easiest singing. It can be pretty impressive if you can do it, but it's not the easiest singing at all. I'm double checking that I have not brought these guys. I have brought these guys up to the correct one. So yeah, it is a thing. It's good times at B. You're extremely... Oh, it's okay. I also apologize I couldn't make it to your SBK stream weekend. I was gone on an event while you were live. Well, thank you so much for popping by, B. I appreciate that. And if you want to catch up on anything that's happened, the VOD, of course, it will be live. So you can always catch up on things there on the YouTube in the future if you want to. We talked a bit about, at the beginning of the stream, I talked a bit about a new SMP that I have joined. Not what the SMP is per se, and that like it's a vanilla style normal Minecraft SMP, but I haven't revealed like what the name of it is or who else is on it. But what we did talk a bit about like was potential ideas for character lore and how I want to play into the fact that like I'm also on Skyblock Kingdoms and do a little bit of crossover lore. Not necessarily bringing the two servers together, but at least showing that I am on both servers. It kind of reminds me a little bit of what Gemini Tay did when she was on Empire Season 2 at the same time as being in Hermitcraft Season 10? No, Season 9. And what Gem would do is, as far as she was concerned, she was the same character on both worlds. So it's the same character. It's like not the same character on both worlds, but like the same person. Like she wasn't playing like there was another character, False Symmetry. False Symmetry decided to take the approach of being two different characters. She had her Empire's character and she had her Hermitcraft character, and the two were two totally separate people. So yeah, that's kind of like what I am hoping to do. Actually, I just realized that that's what I'm doing. I hadn't even really considered the fact that Gemini Tay did it before, and that's what I'm doing. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I completely forgot that Gem did that. Cora says, I prefer the complexity to be in harmony, not necessarily in twiddly bits. Tchaikovsky's Violin Concerto was a nightmare to play, and it's impressive, but things like Poulenc's work is also amazing. Yes, harmonically can be really, really cool. It is cool to be melismatic, but like, I know personally, my strengths lie in the area of like definitely slower movement and not necessarily the crazy stuff. False Twins. Yes, she was an elf on Hermitcraft. It was a role play being human in Empires. Yes. I thought she was a god in Empires, wasn't she? Yeah, very familiar with that lore. Thank you so much. I think what's going to be fun is that I'm going... I suppose the difference with what the False and Gem did is that False and Gem, they didn't know at the beginning of both those worlds that the two worlds would end up colliding at some point. So no, there was no indication that what you call it was going to happen, as in like there was going to be a crossover event between Empires and Hermitcraft. There was no indication of that at the beginning of either season. Whereas in this case, I am going into a world where I know that I'm going to do a little thing myself. The sneaky Grumbach connecting the worlds. That was cool. Alex is alive. He is definitely sounds better than Saturday. Oh, I'm glad that he's feeling better. I might have to pop in and say hi to him then. Before I go to bed tonight. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've done 4 of them, and we just need to get 3 more. Actually, I don't think I've got Plains Villagers set up, do I? Okay, let's go get our... Let's go for the long haul. So the ones that we have to get the furthest away are the our dudes which are over in our little swamp biome, which is over here. You miss the crossover so much. The crossover was a great moment. I do think that was like, that did feel like the end of Empire Season 2 though. Like that was, there was a little bit more Empires after that. I just realized I forgot to bring my Happy Ghast. It's probably... Yeah, we're going to have to fly him over anyway. We could grab one of these guys, but we're going to have to still go all the way back anyway. Well, knowing about both the servers and preparing lore is good for consistent lore. Yes. And it's flexible. It's just like giving a little taster, a little bit of something to play with. And I honestly need it because playing on 2 SMPs, I need something that allows me to tell a story where I can do both without being in a case where like I end up taking on too much. So I know on the other SMP, the new one, it has to be, I have to do stuff which is not overly complicated or going to be overly time consuming compared to what I do in SBK, because SBK is quite a time consuming SMP just by the nature of Skyblock Minecraft. Skyblock Minecraft is a time consuming process. You want resources, you have to spend time on them. Whereas in a vanilla SMP, what I could do is I can think ahead and plan out, okay, I'm going to use these resources, which means all I need to do is go mine them and not do particularly astronomical sized builds. So all the builds that I'm going to be doing on the new world will not be particularly big. They'll be smaller. Give me opportunity to do like smaller detail. Get really into probably doing stuff like interiors at small details and like maybe small details in the outside buildings as well. So can really just like keep things quite not too big. It's important to avoid taking on too much, causes many creators to burn out. And like I'm also remember like I'm just this is a hobbyist creator thing for me, so this is a hobby, not my job. Okay, yes, there is everyone who has subscribed, etc. Absolute on Twitch, absolutely appreciate that, but at the end of the day, please don't be thunder. Nope. At the end of the day, this is not what I make a living out of. So I've also got my jobs to think about too. Okay, you guys behave, and off we go on a long journey all the way across the server. So yeah, it is important to manage that. Yeah, looking forward to it. Did you say jobs plural? Yes, this is the joys of working in music. When you work in music, you often end up having a couple of jobs to put the things together. So yeah. So I do a lot of work with like choirs and amateur music groups. Is what I do for work. And let's just say there's no way that one of those jobs would be enough to be enough. So you have to do a couple of them. But then again, a lot of those jobs are only like you're only meeting with those people in say like a choir. You're only meeting with that choir once a week. So you have to do others as well. So yeah, it's good. It's quite rewarding work, working with amateur musicians, especially when you put on like when you do get to that point where like you're performing and that like when you work with people who are doing it for the love of it, it really is special when they can come together and put on a show, because like they've put all the work in and they've worked hard at it, and whereas, and yes, professionals it's special for them as well, but for them there's also the work element. There's like they have to earn money out of it at the end of the day. So there's the business. Whereas amateurs, quite a few of them actually, would actually be paying to do the music group that you're doing or whatever. So that is also a factor as well. So like they pay to do it, and it is important to make sure then that they are getting their money's worth and stuff. So oh, oops, didn't mean to do that. But then it is that. But then again, amateur. I think it's an important word to remember that amateur comes from a place of love of the job of the art rather than just doing it for. Like if you're an amateur musician, you are doing it for the love of it, and it's that much more special, I think. And they can do such a good job of it because they really are doing it for the love of it. They're not just necessarily doing it for the job. So it can be very, very special. Some people treat amateur a little bit like a dirty word, I think, sometimes. Which I think people have to then remember that it's not, the word comes from the word to love, not the word to, oh yeah, we're just trying to do this cheaply and or whatever. We're just trying to, we're not professionals like this or whatever. Never underestimate the non-professional musicians and people who just like do it for the love of it. Okay, we've got our mangrove dudes in. Have I got that closed, by the way? I don't. Let's close all these. So they don't start making babies before I need them. Let me give you these. And we only need 2 more of these filled. And I can go to sleep. Okay, let me throw my boats back into the chests. I just remembered, I don't think I have boats in the wood chests. I think I have them in the non-stackable chests. I was looking for them earlier. And because boats don't stack, they should be showing up in these chests instead. That makes more sense. Aha, okay, cool. Let's go in there, and final... Keep forgetting to bring my happy gas back. So I need to bring... I think I need to boat up some dudes for the plains ones. You seem to enjoy just like flying around this guy in this thing in a circle, which I appreciate. Hello? Let me on you. There we go. Okay, over to our taiga dudes. I can get rid of these nasty looking bridges now as well. I should make sure I mark those locations though. I need to make sure that I can build little island. I need to rebuild the original islands there. Because there's a sand island over here. There's a snowy island over there. I should rebuild those so that we've got the Minecraft, the Skyblock Islands just floating around. Okay, Chalao, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Welcome into the chorus. If you want to let us know how your day's going, please do. If you want to just sit back and relax, that's also fine. I think there's a difference between an amateur musician or other creative calling and, say, an electrician or other service job. At least in the States, the term is used to describe someone who does a shoddy job. It's, yeah, no, it's, I get the, I think it's just that sometimes people, yeah, since it's cheaper to pay someone new to the profession than it is to pay a professional. Yeah. Well, someone who's new to the profession, if they're training up, that makes them, that would make them a non-intern, an apprentice. So if they're in the training phase, then they would be an apprenticeship phase rather than an amateur phase. See, I think it's just that. I think it's just like, unfortunately, people have kind of treated amateur, the word amateur, incorrectly for a long time. Like an amateur electrician to me sounds to me like someone who has not trained up professionally in the job. They've self-taught and learned tricks and stuff themselves, compared to someone who has gone through the proper training, or like done a proper apprenticeship to get to the point where they can actually work as a professional. So yeah, it's a funny word. It's a funny word that unfortunately has got some connotations to it that have been that has, I think, it's just like changed a little bit. The meaning of it has changed over the years, and people have associated other meanings with it. Because like, thing is, there is quite a big difference between those who would be a professional musician and an amateur musician as well, because amateurs can get to a certain level, but you know a professional because it requires them to have a certain level of craft and to have certain qualifications as well. Whether those qualifications are by degree or through experience, that is to be said. It's kind of like the way, what's a professional YouTuber? A professional YouTuber is someone who's got the experience and the level that they are, or creator, they've got the experience and level that they have now got they can actually do the thing and make money out of it. Yeah, it's a bit of a loaded term, I suppose, but since it's cheaper to pay someone new to the profession. Yeah, I also dislike the idea of. I don't like the idea of cheaper pay for those who are newer to a profession than those who are more experienced, per se, because the level of training that sometimes people have to go through to get qualified now is much higher than it used to be. Like, for example, teachers, the amount of training that they do means that they've already got like a couple of years of experience in, or at least in our country, in Ireland anyway, they've already got a couple of years experience by the time they actually start teaching after their degree. So it is like you have to do 2 years, I think, of placement as a teacher. Similar thing happens in other professions like nursing and medicine, as a doctor or whatever. So like there's a lot of professions out there where where sometimes it ends up being free labor as well, rather than actually getting paid. So it is a funky one. Okay, I think that is you sorted. Okay, I think that I picked up the lead as well, I think. Aha, okay. I think I need to get 2 guys in boats. For the plains villagers. Or actually... do I take these 2? No, I think I'll get 2 new people. 2 new people. Let's get 2 new people. And I will just place them here. And then we can get them into boats. Okay, is there anything in there? There is not. I need 2 minecarts. No minecarts. Or minecarts don't stack, do they? One minecart, 2 minecarts. And I need a boat. I have a boat already. I really should get a sugarcane farm going. Unfortunately, again, here in the States, people who aren't qualified will sell their services and do a shoddy job, so they're more con artists than actual amateurs. So amateurs jobs is a term that gets applied. Yeah, so there would be... I think here we do have... so the thing is, here we have certs for people to prove that they have actually done... you're supposed to be certified as like an electrician or whatever here. So, but there would be people out there that would still sell those servers that are not certified as an electrician or whatever. And in that case, what ends up happening is you can technically hire those services, but it's at your own risk. So there's no way to kind of like turn around and say, oh, well, I didn't know that they weren't qualified. Well, were they certified? Did you check it out? Oh, I didn't check to see if they had a certification. So then it's a case of, yeah. So there is a certain amount of that. I think everywhere, really. Okay, now we need to get you into the boat. Can I move you just along here a little bit? And get one more. Okay, let's do this. Exactly. People either don't look into the credentials or the contractor has fake credentials. We won't get away with fake credentials here. It's like if you don't get if you've got fake credentials here, you will, like, that is just basically grounds for a libel case. Like you will get caught. You will get sued if you don't do a good enough job. I forgot that you could go down there. I forgot you can go down there. Of course you did. Here, come take my bed. I bet you he's gone over to the other bed, has he? Yeah, you've gone to this bed. Dude. Villagers. Oh, dude. Okay, I gotta bring the boat over. We're gonna put you in this boat and hopefully make this work. If I do this... Okay, can do that. Might actually bring the other guy over and see if he'll take one of the beds as well, and that way we can get them both over and make the mistake together. Go on. Go for the bed. Go for the bed, and we will see how easy it is to just do the thing this way. Okay. Right, you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there. And we sleep through the night. Right. Are you guys going to make me regret this? One bed? Wow. You guys actually behaved. Okay. That was pretty good. Now I just need to get the happy cast over and bring the dudes over that way. Okay. Actually, I could probably just grab the harness off the ghast and bring one of the other ghasts over. Save myself a bit of time. Oh, I need shears if I don't have shears on me. Well, fly over with a happy ghast, it's fine. Oh, just going to do a quick check on Discord because I've got a whole bunch of notifications and I just want to make sure that there's nothing not stream related. Nope, There is not. Speaking of the crossover event for Hermitcraft Season 9 and Empire Season 2, and I know like the main bulk of it ended up being on the Empire side rather than the Hermitcraft side, because by the time they got around to doing Hermitcraft, it was coming up on Christmas and all the holidays were coming in and everything like that, so people weren't actually able to do a huge amount on the Hermitcraft side. I was just like, the part that happened on Empires, I thought the whole bit where they built the where the hermits got together and built their own giant farm thing, I thought that was brilliant. I don't think Empires quite knew what they were getting into by bringing those Hermitopia. Yes. It was such a cool concept. And I think it really just... People obviously associate it, say, oh, this is like the epitome of what the hermits are. But what I think was really, really cool was that it was an epitome of what old school, I'm going to call it old school, Minecrafters, SMPs, to some extent were. Like, ever since like Hermitcraft came along, and people started doing SMPs where people didn't just like grief each other all the time, I felt like it was really a great collaborative effort to just like play together with friends. That's what I loved so much about. That's what I love about Hermitcraft. Hermitcraft is the most, at its core, it is about a bunch of friends playing Minecraft together, which is probably, it's the same core that we have on Skyblock Kingdoms. It's a bunch of friends who play Minecraft together. Hermits keep joking about living in one big place for Season 11, and I remember Hermitopia every time they do. If they do that, if they decided to do one, like they kind of did it a little bit in Season 10, because Season 10, they did live quite close to each other compared to some of the other seasons. So let me see. Let's go down through the seasons. Season 1, everyone spread out. Now, that was the season, that was the first season. Everyone spread out into totally different places. They actually all lived quite a distance from each other. And this is before Elytra and stuff like that, before horses even. So travel to different places was not easy. Everyone in one big place could cause too much lag. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why some of the seasons ended. It was because of lag. But yeah, so Season 1, everyone was too far away from each other. That was one thing I remember Azuma talking about and Joe talking about. People who were around that time. Season 2, Season 2 was an interesting one because they ended up having 2 hermit towns. Because they had the first hermit town, and this, I wasn't around, I wasn't actually watching Hermitcraft during those times. I just remember hearing some retrospective stuff. But yeah, Hermitcraft Season 2, that one was an interesting one. They didn't really do much of a nether hub. They did do basically a light revamp of Hermitcraft halfway through the season when the horse update happened, because they realized that they kind of like realized that, okay, well, we want to try and get the season going again a little bit or whatever. It kind of like calmed down. It wasn't quite as engaged at the time, so that happened. There was a bit of that happening. Oh, that is already fine. So yeah, and then Season 3, Amplified, actually in some ways was one of my kind of like, it's a big nostalgia one for me, because that was the first season I actually watched. Hermitcraft Season 3, loved. But again, I think the tricky thing there was just like, not necessarily that the bases were too far away from each other, but that there was they were difficult to access. Like they were all like there's lots of difficult terrain to get around. So yeah, we did the thing. We got all our villagers in. Everyone in one big place would cause too much lag, and that's what happened with so season 3. Wasn't that there was too many people close to each other because they did have a town. The lag was an issue because a few bases were very heavy on the technical side. Most notably Mumbo and Azuma. Azuma actually stopped working on his base because there was so much lag there. Season 4, everyone was too close together. Not too close together, but very close together. And again, the lag killed that server. Because again, there was too much redstone and stuff in that area. So season 5, they tried to deal with it by spacing everyone out a bit more. And the lag was a bit more manageable. But again, they were kind of too far apart. And they also didn't quite have the... They had the chemistry, but they didn't quite have the chemistry in season 5 to do the big events and stuff. So when Green came along in season 6, that's when things kind of connected very well. Season 6-finity. I think it's still, besides season 9, I think it's probably the longest season. And probably, in my opinion, maybe the best season of Hermitcraft. Not necessarily because the best things happened in it, but just I think I felt that that was the moment where Hermitcraft moved mainstream. Season 6 is when my husband and I started watching, yeah. I started watching in season 3, but that's because I was interested in the technical side, and I was following Mumbo and Exuma Void and getting farms from them, so I then ended up getting drawn into the Hermitcraft then. But yeah, the season 6 was when I got into watching a lot of the different creators. So yeah, that was my moment of getting really big into it. Okay, let's grab our box, and that's not the box I was looking for. I was looking for my fireworks box. And we might just see if we can whip up a tower here. Because that is what I was hoping to build here. Okay, let's quickly offload all the things that we don't need, and then gather our terracotta and build our tower. I'm going to need a little bit of redstone lamps. Actually, I have the picture somewhere, didn't I? Here we go. Images. Yes, I can work with that. Okay, cool. Got my picture. Just going to throw these in here. This is a fully automated system. But for Mumbo, we started watching Mumbo because my husband wanted to learn Redstone, but it wasn't quite simple since Mumbo's on Java and we're in Bedrock. Oh, the trouble of Bedrock and Java parity. But for Mumbo, we watched some of his collabs with Green, and they made a fuss about Green joining Hermitcraft, so we were like, hey, let's check it out. Yeah. Mumbo and Green are great together. They're great. They're really, really good together. Okay, let's grab you. I'm going to need a couple of other resources as well. Let me just do a quick look at the picture. So, I need some white terracotta and lanterns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 per side. That's 16. 32 lanterns. And I think it is... open image, a new tab. And then I think the rest of it is oak. Okay, so oak. How much oak do I have to play with? Ooh, not a lot. Okay, that should be enough. And I need some white dye. No white dye, but we do have a lot of bone meal, so I'll just grab some of those. So just grab that. What else do I need? If anyone doesn't know what I'm building, I'm going to build a build that a couple of friends of mine are incredibly familiar with, and I've lived with for quite a long time. We're going to build the UHCG Tower, Ultra Hardcore Generations Tower. Anyway, it's supper time here, and I've got to go feed His Royal Majesty Benny the Destroyer. May your kitty enjoy the food. Yes, we've got to look after our kitties. I don't have any kitties, but I know people who do. So yeah, you go look after yourself. Thanks for hanging out very much, Luffy. I appreciate that. And have a lovely rest of your day. Okay, I think we got the terracotta. I think we got the bone meal. I need to get the lanterns. Let's see how many we have. None there, none there. So let's craft some up. 12 glowstone. And it's 32, I said, I think. Fantastic. Okay. I don't know if I got the redstone components built today, but I'll definitely get the main tower done, I think. So we got 20 minutes. Plenty of time to build a tower. So, I need to figure out exactly where I am going to place this, though. How wide is the tower? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's a 9 by 9 tower. Let me just grab some terracotta. So we could do something like, if I cover that up, I'm gonna have to do the thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beverly Knight got her award for her role in Marie and Rosetta. Ooh, good for her. Hey, is that a good location? Okay, so if I do it that wide, do I center it up? Or do I keep it off-side? I think I'll keep it off-center. Yeah, we'll keep it off-center, and then we can put a building around it. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Okay, so there we go. That is our space for the tower. Now, how tall am I going to go? It is not easy to actually see how tall this build actually is from the picture. I'd say that looks about twice as tall there. So if I go, yeah, twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I would assume that's about 18 plus maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 22 maybe? It looks like. See, the build is all very plain, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly how tall it is. I'll do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so we'll say 23 blocks tall. And I'm pretty sure it's all just plain terracotta. Sorry, did I count from the bottom or did I count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Ah, okay. I needed to double that. Whoops. Okay, so we did 23. We actually need to do another 23. I do remember you talking about a footy, actually. Yep. Okay, let's have a quick look. Is that going to be too tall? I think as long as I balance out the rest of the build, it should be fine. So I just have to make sure that I build quite a few things so that it doesn't feel on its own as tall as it does. You adore her? Yeah. It's awesome. Okay, let's see. We're probably going to go through a lot of terracotta very quickly. Okay, I think what we do, let's build one face, and at least that way we can get one face done today. So that's 23 by 2 is 46. I wish I could see it again, but it's in London next year. Like, if there's a possibility to get to London next year, who knows? Okay, let's see. Actually, I might just pull this up on my phone because it'll be easier than popping back and forth between screens. So, UHCG Tower, UHCG Founders Town. It was expensive in Chichester. Well, maybe London might be less expensive. I'm not sure. I wouldn't really know. Okay, we do that. Then we go down another level. Yeah, it is nice when it's not too far away, isn't it? Oh, we got lava chicken going in our ears now. Go there and then like that. And I think that's yeah, slabs on top of these. And I think that's trapdoors, or is that slabs? I'm gonna use slabs. Yes, okay, slabs. Top of the tower is done. I need to fill in all the other details. We could use our happy gas to help actually if we need to. Actually, I might just do that. How much white is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 26. It's only 26. White clay. White clay. That's 16, 24. Okay, you come here. I did bring those with me. Well, where did my Google go? Sorry, the image disappeared on me. Okay. Yeah, that looks like about... One, two, say 3 down, I think. Is it 3 from the top? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to say 3 from here. 1, 2, 3. See, this picture is not straight on. So it's kind of hard to tell. I think this is also like giving a little nod to the fact that like I did start this world in hardcore rather than not hardcore. Okay, and then we need to indent this here. So let's do that and that. Should be okay here. So I've ran out of special reasons to be able to meet her again, but she's just so nice she would go to the stage tour anyhow, and she's seen plays in theater. Like, you never know. Like, there's always another time. It could be another reason to go. Yes, you go there. Down, down, and then down. I go down to the river today, studying about that good old way. Is that 2? I think that's 2. Okay, and yes, that goes there. And now I just mirror. Guys, we got onto UHCG. Well, we stole UHCG. Maybe I should call the stream that, stealing UHCG, but I wasn't sure if I was actually going to get around to doing this build today. Here we go. There is the heart. Doesn't it look fabulous? Okay. Might send her a birthday card in March because I have an idea for a Wolverhampton Football Club based one. Like, if that's a thing that she would appreciate. Okay, so 3 there, and I think that's just 2. She's a Wolves fan. Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah. Okay, and that there. Like that. And it looks like about maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to say 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do trapdoors. Are they on the outside, or they think they're on the outside rather than the inside? Okay, that is recognizable. Okay, I'm pretty sure there was some buttons on top as well. Yes. It'll probably turn out that he made that Flaming Moai made this in with orange terracotta and not plain terracotta, but we're doing our best. Okay, and then this level is here, here, and then we indent. Does it go all the way down on the inside? Yes, it does. So we just do this now. And we need to keep an eye out for those little windows. So that would be about 1, 2. I think that's just too deep. So 1. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the center one? 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably could improvise some slight differences to this, actually. Come to think of it, I don't have to do this exactly the same way as it was built on the UHCG world. Okay, let's see how this is looking. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, let's fill in the rest of the terracotta. And once we're happy with one side, we know that the rest of it is going to be awesome. Also, I am now getting this distinct impression that I may run out of terracotta. Just on this build alone. I hope I don't. I can move this to down below. Whoopsie daisies. Yeah, I think we'll do some work on the bottom of the tower once we have built up the main part of it. just so that it's not maybe so plain. Maybe, actually, let's not worry too much about the bottom of the tower until we're kind of like building up the other parts of the structure, because this is not going to be the other. We're going to have to build more things than just this tower, I think, with this build. Cool and all as it is to have the tower just floating on its own, we do need to build up the rest of this mesa so that it is finito and not just a single tower on top of a weird ring. Ow. To be fair, I don't think I'd meet her once, let alone twice. Yeah, well, like, see how you get on. Like, I don't know. I'm not really one for necessarily... I wouldn't be necessarily the best person to ask about, should you write a birthday card to someone? Because I pretty much probably only write birthday cards to my family. And that's because I am truly awful at remembering to do things like gifts and stuff. So, yeah, not the best person to be asking about that kind of advice. Mm-hmm. You go there. Place you there, and yup. Right. Well, I think the Happy Ghast approves. I think I did get the proportions right. It looks about right. So we'll need to build up the other 4 faces. Actually, let's just do that now. I'm going to see how quickly I could do that. I might be able to, I probably could get that done very quickly if I have all the resources. So let's just go for it. Especially since we've done one side, it should be quick enough to do the other sides. So let's go. Oh, help Mez. Help Mepples. I'm not sure if I hope I got that right. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome into the chorus. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you want to let us know how your day's going, please do. If you want to just sit back and relax and enjoy the stream, that is also fine. But, yeah, we are currently working on our villager area in my single player world, my Skyblock Forever World. And we are, for anyone who's familiar with Ultra Hardcore Generations or UHC Generations, this is a little homage to them. I figured, you know what, let's put this in my world, which is going to go on top of my Mesa ring. This is my Mesa biome ring, which actually is in a taiga, but you know what, it's for Mesa. Rogue Fenris, how are you doing? Good to see you. We popped your contributions to the hype train and stuff into my Temple to the Watchers earlier on today, from the stream weekend. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, we've been having a good just a nice little chill time, doing a bit of building, bit of catching up on all the stuff that needed to go into the temple, and yeah, also villager moving, which mostly went fine. Couple of minor mishaps, but no fatalities. One near fatality. One of our villagers nearly suffocated inside a wall, but thankfully he did not. So I'm thankful that that did not happen, because that would have been very, very expensive actually. Because it's one of the villagers that I've got. This is a villager breeder that produces the different types of villagers from different biomes. So yeah. Would have been quite a pain trying to get the guy that would have died. How's your weekend been going, or how's your Monday been treating you? I did actually notice that SBK is quite busy tonight, because I think it's Legs and Viking and who else is streaming? Elfie, I think, is streaming. Well, Elfie might be finished streaming by now, but I know a whole bunch of people were on tonight. Also, it may seem like I'm streaming later, technically a tiny bit later than usual, but I'm actually streaming if for anyone who's based in the in the US or North America, you may think, why is Anathra streaming this late? It's because we went through daylight savings time finished up for us over the weekend. So yeah, Alfie finished up a bit ago to get dinner. Yeah, I figured as much. So the thing is, North America is still daylight savings, whereas Europe has finished up its daylight savings for has done its time zone switch already. So yeah, that's why we are a little bit closer in time for this 1 week only. There's only 4 hours between us and the eastern United States. Which is always confusing, especially when you run a stream weekend and have to do all this scheduling. I'm doing right, kind of half lurking while I do coursework for my upcoming Friday class. Nice. There's something I just enjoy. It's a thing that I enjoy about streams, is just working and lurking. I am do it quite often myself, so I love being able to provide that kind of quiet background noise and easy engagement while people are working and stuff. As I do it myself, I just listen in on people's streams too when I am out. I figured I was going to get out of this stuff. We are going to run through so much terracotta during building up the top of this Mesa build. This is going to take up shulkers and shulkers and shulkers of terracotta. Whoops. That was awful flying. I have a feeling that now I'm building this tower, I'm pretty sure the majority of this tower is either a staircase on UHCG, or it is ladders in the middle. I'm now that I'm building it, I'm realizing just like how little space there actually is on the interior of this thing. Gee, I might go back and have a look at some of those earlier videos and see if I can have a look in the inside to try and do my best to recreate the interiors a little bit. So that goes there, I think. Yes. If anyone has yet to check out the series of UHC Generations, I highly recommend it. There's several creators. There's a few of the creators used to be in it. I gotta say, streams are much more enjoyable than learning modules and stuff. Yes. I concur. But yeah, for those who haven't experienced UHCG, so UHCG has got Leon. Started with Flaming Moai, but it went to Leon SBU, who's on SBK. Then went to first it went to Quilby, who's on SBK. Then he sent it on to Leon SBU. He then sent it on to Code Neon, who was an SBK in season 1, who then sent it on to Legundo, who's also an SBK. So it has been jokingly SBK has been jokingly named as the retirement home for the generations, which is hilarious. Okay, I think I got that right. Yes, I did. Okay, and then it is straight over here. Yeah. It's on your ever-growing watch list. Yeah, the watch lists be like that, aren't they? Yeah. I will say that the nice thing about UHCG is a very digestible watch list. But you gotta watch Gilded Hardcore from some point. Ooh. I don't think I've watched Gilded, actually. So, yeah. I will say that the nice thing about about UHC Generations, because it's a very slow-paced series, it really helps. It's one of those series which is actually very digestible, because like you can watch it in like a fairly quick amount of time, which is very, very handy if you want a series that's like, oh, I just want to watch this over a couple of days. And actually, Leon's even made it easier for his part of the series, because he have I made a mistake here? Yes, I have. Okay, just do that there. Yeah, Leon's made it even easier for his part of the series, because he actually made a movie for his part, so that all you have to do is watch the movie, and that reduces the time that you actually have to spend watching his part of the series. And we watched several other things from SBKers. There's a lot of material out there from Skyblock Kingdoms. I suppose the handy thing is for me is that the only thing on my YouTube channel at the moment is my Skyblock Kingdoms series. So season 1, season 2, and a tiny bit from my Forever World. So I haven't done multiple series on my channel, but actually, you probably missed this, Fenris, but I am currently, I've joined another SMP. So there will be new videos from another SMP coming very, very soon. But what I hope to do is, it's not going to be an SMP with tons and tons and tons of videos, so, but it will be one where, come on, fly properly, please. Where I'll have there'll be some connecting lore between, from my perspective anyway, between Skyblock Kingdoms and the new series. After discovering Avid through misadventures and watching all of SBK season 1, which you went into like a fugue state and watched, I think maybe all the... Dude, if you made it through all of SBK season 1, fair play to you, because that's nearly 3 days worth of videos, I think, I want to say. I have a note. It's over 3 days worth of videos. Hyperfixate very easily. It's got its drawbacks, but it's also a funky skill to have. Yeah, if you got the time, it is to be able to do it. It's great. But yeah, the hyperfixation, I can totally see how useful that can be for watching a series like that. Of course, the tricky thing with watching season 1 of Skyblock Kingdoms is you then end up getting all the connected lore, because yeah, a lot of the guys in season 1 ended up doing connected lore to other series. So it was there was a lot. Awesome, but a lot. But it can then lead you into the rabbit hole of, guess what you did next? Avid adventures. Yeah? Or Viking Dominion. I think Vikings Dominion series got connected to... Yes, I'm pretty sure it was Dominion that got connected. Okay, do I have enough? I don't have enough to do the rest of this, do I? Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to grab some lights so that I can make sure that this thing does not spawn zombies and send them down on top of my villagers. Because I do not want that to happen. Lights here. Let's grab some of those as well. Entire intervening time before season 2 started at all. We're definitely not watching way too many old videos from way too many people trying to figure out lore. The lore is... It's a trap. It's a trap, guys. It's a trap! It is there to lure in people and get people watching all the different videos. Okay, I'm going to use the mod here to see where I need to place some lighting. Do that and do that. Oh, there's a lot of spots over here that need lighting up. Okay. Just going to throw down some torches for now. This is all stuff that should really be lit up before I brought the villagers over. Okay, yeah, this is going to need to be... I just need to keep this place unloaded. Or far enough away during nighttime so that when it's dark, when it's nighttime, I'm not getting a whole bunch of things. Slipshot! How are you doing? Good to see you. I will say I've been missing you. Busy day. Missed you, but it's always good to see that you made it in. Yeah, I am going to be finishing up shortly. What do you think of my UHCG tower? Yes, I was planning on stopping shortly after 12 midnight, but I ended up thinking, oh, I might be able to finish this tower. But I didn't get that tower finished because it's now 1:15 midnight. And if you're curious why it feels later, it's because we got the time change last weekend. Okay. Everyone, thank you so much for popping by. I appreciate it. We are going to raid out. We are also going to do... I don't think it's actually even watching on YouTube. Well, I'll throw a redirect up anyway, just in case. Who knows? Might do something. It is nice looking. It is completely a copy of... it is just basically a copy of the tower that was on Ultra Hardcore Generations. That Flaming Moai built, but you know what? If it's good enough for Moai, it's good enough for me. And it's a good one for the Mesa build. Thank you, Curiosity. Okay, I'm going to throw in a redirect, I think, on the YouTube side. Oh, Avid is also live. Okay, I'm going to send... because I'm pretty sure Viking probably be finishing up fairly soon. I'm going to send YouTube over to Avid. I don't think there's anyone there to send, but we'll set it up there anyway. And then on the Twitch side, let's see who is live tonight. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-bum. Yeah, it's because I have to remember that they're already an hour ahead. So they're already like an hour later than I usually expect. It's just for this week. Oh, they're all hanging out together anyway. Well, Legs is also live. Okay, I'm going to send YouTube into Avid. And I'm going to send everyone on Twitch over to Legs. I don't think I get to raid Legs very often. So, oh, he's flying around SBK. He's hanging out. He's bumped into Viking. Or no, is that Mig? I think that's Mig. You're about to build a game? Ooh. Okay, I might actually go pop by and say hi then on the server. So you might catch me over there IRL as, on the server as well. But I'm going to send you guys over there. Let's do a little raid. Do stick around for the raid. I will be back streaming on Wednesday for my next stream. And most likely some Among Us. Provided I organize it in time. And all that jazz. But please do stick around for the raid because you get some extra channel points that you can come and annoy me with. And then on Friday, fingers crossed, I will have a Phantom of the Opera mask ready to go. And I will dress appropriately to go with the mask as well, because I do have a good suit to go with it too. So I just need to make sure that I got the cyan tie. But yeah, thank you all so much for popping by, and I will see you guys very, very soon with another stream. Yeah, goodbye. Let's go.